9 miles an hour, I mean, that affects you. It's not calamitous by any stretch. Looks like we're only going to go about 10 miles an hour tonight. But then, as they look ahead to tomorrow, yeah, we got 15 to 20 tomorrow. Oh, calm before the storm, baby. Calm before the storm, and lots of good storylines at the top of the leaderboard and sprinkled throughout it. Listen, what when we talk about the players and what a premier event it is, and what an awesome opportunity we have to have the best in the world right in our backyard. Imagine any other sport where once a year, it's like the All-Star game, up close and personal, yet you get to host it every year.
And they're playing serious.
That's right, for as serious as they play all year long. And under that, not only that, or say it's like the NBA Finals or the NCAA, whatever your favorite, the World Series, but it's the two best teams or the three best players every single time. Yesterday, you could have taken a 5-hour stroll and just soaked in the expert golfing of the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the world paired together. I don't know if paired's the right word. There's 3 of them. Playing together both yesterday and today, and I'm talking about Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and Xander Schauffele. And what a compelling group it is. What a fun watch it was yesterday. They were in the afternoon wave, so they'll be out there today in the morning. We'll give you some updated tee times as we move along today. But to me, and there are 3, I don't want to say no names, but journeyman types, Lucas Glover, J.J. Spawn, and shout out Camilo Villegas. E.T., that's the golfer whose hat we were showcasing earlier in the week. Who
Shout out.
Tragically lost his daughter to cancer when she was just a baby. And, that's in support of his foundation. And our friends over there at Live Forever Golf have partnered up with Camilo. And it'd be great for him and his foundation and his charitable efforts, as he goes through the weekend, that hat will become a focal piece if we keep seeing Villegas on top or near the top of the leaderboard. But a 6 under par yesterday. So 3 guys, Glover, Spawn, and Villegas. Doubt you find your winner from those 3, but off to a good start. Billy Horschel, local, a lot of fans here on the First Coast, rooting hard for Billy. Never played great here. He's 5 under par. Minwoo Lee has rapidly become kind of a fan favorite, hadn't he? The Australian is 5 under par. He's also tied for 4th, but that's where we find Rory McIlroy. And boy, what a tangled web we weave with Rory yesterday. If you just dropped in here and there and watched Rory McIlroy hit the golf ball, you'd think he was about to shoot 76. I mean, he was just blowing it right all day long. But he would narrowly escape the trouble, or he would just look at the 18th hole. It's a perfect example. This guy has somehow clawed and scratched, and he did it by making, it was either 3 or 4 straight birdies there around the turn to get back in. He birdied the first 2 holes. Then he went in a slump. Again, he wasn't driving it well. He's losing it right just about every drive. 3-wood driver, didn't matter. But he had battled all the way back, and again, he made 3 or 4 straight birdies. That certainly helped the cause. He came to 18, 4 under par, right on brand for the day. Blew his drive to the right, over in the pine straw, stuck between the trees. No clear shot, no free shot at the flag. Punches out like a 8-iron, 7-iron. Bounces, rolls, hops, rolls up to about, 10 feet. Makes the birdie, finishes 5 under par. Scheffler got off to a slow start. The 2 guys he's playing with each went birdie. They're 2 under par through 2. Scheffler went par. He quickly caught up, and ultimately at the end of the day, he finished 3 under par. A lot more interesting tales to be told from the leaderboard. It's fun to look at the top. It's also, let's be honest, the car wreck factor. It's fun to look at the bottom, and we'll do that as we move along this morning. James Gladstone, the Jaguars GM, had a press conference yesterday. So as best as we can, we will try and derive some answers from what he's told us. Look, he's going to be true to his word. And again, how much of that word can he just freely share with us? You can't just, out and out announce what your plan is. I think we can connect some dots here The things that he told us in his introductory press conferences as we held the parades and the banquets. He told us you got to build through the draft. More of that just a second. First, though, and ET, get ready here. We're going to start with cut 14 from James Gladstone yesterday. But look, there were 9 players brought in. Gladstone and the Jags think even more than us. They can play to some particular needs with some particular strengths. But 9 is a big number. The deals are structured so as to not block progress of younger emerging players. More on that in a second as well. But he says they identified the 9 that they wanted before they start, and they signed all 9 players they went after. The question, why those 9?
Been an absolute blast. I think the collaboration over the course of the last 3 weeks has been something we've held at a premium. And, looking at our pro scouting staff and our football administration staff, blending with our a level of pride and being able to engage with all of those groups in such a short window of time, and actually walking into the pro free agency window, with some unknowns, right? There were some holes on our roster, and unlike the draft, right, an NFL pro free agent has the chance to say, you know what, I appreciate the offer, but I'm going somewhere else, right? In the draft, you send a name into a system, and they're now a part of your team. So that was a dynamic that walking into that door on Monday, you feel like, you know what, we're going to have to adjust today. Well, lo and behold, we had 9 names that we were prioritizing, and we ended up with 9 players that ended up on our roster as of today. So seeing that plan come to life, being executed in the way that it was, certainly something that at this point in time I'm proud of, but I can't wait for these players to engage with the rest of the team, get out on the grass in the fall, because it's not the off season that we're looking to win from a perception standpoint. We're looking to win football games this fall, and can't wait for the next phase of this in the draft to truly see what the shape of the roster is going to look like, and then get everybody out on the grass together.
All right, so getting all 9 that were targeted was a priority that they were able to fulfill. Look, as to who they got, said they wanted a veteran present in the defensive backfield. Okay, I'll trust the coaching there. Says center was a big priority. Likes the additions on the offensive line when it comes to a depth standpoint. In fact, they say a guy like McCarry from Baltimore, rare to find. He could play all over the offensive line. He really thrived at guard last year. As to the collaborative, effort that it takes in the offseason between free agency and the draft, you're going to hear Gladstone's perspective, his foundation when it comes to that, his mission statement in building this roster. He's going to stay true to, and I'll let him reiterate to you just what that is and why it is that way. When we come back on the other side, we'll also talk to Captain Kev. We'll share with you the bait bet. We did get together and make the bait bet, so we'll saddle that up. ET, how did brunch for the tour day 1? How does that look? Anybody do anything special?
I'd have to check it out. I haven't been really following, but I know
you've been partying.
holding me down.
You've been partying. You just
I've been watching some golf though. I've been following a little bit.
I hear. Well, you're supposed to do at least a little of the golf, right? Today, this Friday, beautiful day. I just went through the weather. It's going to be gorgeous. Wind barely going to blow. High 73 degrees. Sunshine out. I mean, my gosh, there's a full moon right now hanging over these the beach sky. Oh, we got a big mosquito right there. Richie, look at that sucker. Look at him to your left. You can't see him against the white back. Oh, or is that a mosquito hawk? Oh no, we just killed the ally. That's what it is. Yeah. The weather's going to be beautiful, but you know what today is? Honestly, I honestly, this is close. If you had to pick, and we're going to limit it to 3, the top 3 party days on the First Coast all year long. Think about that through the break. The top 3 party days on the First Coast each and every year. Now, look, some of these could be in a top 3 in every city in America. You know what I'm saying? Like New Year's Eve is going to show up in the top 3. But top 3 party days on the First Coast each and every year. I'll make an argument for Friday at TBC when we return. We'll also talk to Captain Kev. I got more from James Gladstone. There was news around the NFL yesterday. Not everyone's done with free agency, and so much more. Looking forward to spending our Friday with you live from the Players Round 2. We'll get underway here in a little bit more than an hour. Round 1 didn't quite finish yesterday. There's only 5 golfers out there, and actually Round 2 will start on schedule, and then the 5 stragglers go out at like 8:50, where there is a hole in the course, and they can finish theirs and then go on to their Round 2, which would be backed right into their tee time because they'd be playing in the morning today. Again, the feature group today, numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the world. What a great opportunity. All 3 playing pretty good golf. Schauffele's coming back from injury, so he was a little more up and down. I think he finished even par, but boy, McIlroy and Scheffler both. Scheffler had his B-plus game. He was pretty steady for the most part all day, and McIlroy worked around all his swing issues to fire a really, really good score. He putted, terrifically. So lots of golf talk today as well. Captain Kev on the other side. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, it's the season of sandals and sundresses.
And the Players' Championship.
Listen for 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard updates. Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Magnify.
And Kingfish Pest Control.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's Adam from Counting Crows, and we were going to hire a typical route radio guy to tell you about the summer's Complete Suites tour, but I wanted to just invite you myself.
Guess I should.
Old songs, new songs. We'll be joined by our friends, the Gaslight Anthem. It's a summer butter miracle. Come and hang with us. Okay, your turn now.
Saturday, July 19th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at theamp.com.
The 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and the Jags are building something special. A fresh team, a new culture, and a stadium that's going to change the game. Be there to witness head coach Liam Cohen and the rest of the coaching crew in action by securing your season tickets today. Become a member to get access to exclusive experiences, VIP events, and more. Visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank this fall.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller. Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
You can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way, where your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night, at the only spot that I vibe with, and that's Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen serves you that good food every time, from morning to late night. So dig into the hand smash burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. And tell them E.T. sent you. It might not do nothing for you, but it sounds good.
Hey, this is Coach Jason Gibson of your Jacksonville Sharks. I know the importance of a strong game plan, and that's exactly what I've got with Clay Solar Installation Partners. They did the install of the solar panels at my house, and I couldn't be happier. Lower energy bills, clean power, and a winning team that made the whole process easy. If you're looking to save money and go solar, trust the pros at Clay Solar. Call Karen at Clay Solar today and tell them that Coach Gibson sent you.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound and Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Here's Linda Beaver.
At Beaver Chevrolet, we believe your experience should be more than just buying a car. It should be a lifetime of confidence, care, and trust. That's why we're proud to offer lifetime warranties and lifetime customer service. At Beaver Chevrolet, we're not just here to sell you a car. We're here to establish a lifelong relationship that you can always count on. It's simple. You deserve the best and shouldn't settle for less. Visit Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where we're ready to give you a peace of mind for a lifetime.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
Lots to do out here at these beaches, huh? Welcome in the best in the golf world. Always drop a line. That's what we got Captain Kevin Favor for. And I always like to remind people as the best in golf come through here, Captain Kev, a real raconteur, former caddy on PGA Tour, Kev. People don't know that. They forget. The further away you get. What was the name of your golfer again?
Mike Nicolette.
Mike Nicolette.
Yeah.
What's the best y'all did? What's the best day you had or weekend you had?
We had top fives.
Okay.
Yeah, we had top fives.
How long did you do that for?
3 years.
3 full seasons on tour. Yeah. Now, did you do the GJO? Is that what was here then? The Greater Jacksonville Open?
It was the Players.
The Players was there already?
Uh-huh.
Did he get in it?
We did 2 years.
So you, again, I buried the lead. All these, you've caddied here at the Players twice?
Yep.
Now, I can only imagine. What years were those?
86, 87.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't one of those the year that the dude jumped in the water on Sluman and Lyle?
That was before.
That was a little bit before.
Yeah, that was a little bit before. Yep.
All right. So, man, how this tournament, the atmosphere, the course conditions, the infrastructure, buddy, it looks nothing like it did when you were here toting that bag in the mid-'80s, does it? Huh?
No. Dude,
could you have imagined? I mean, seriously, it was a nice golf course. Don't get me wrong, but it was like what you walked around, what y'all did. You finished your day. You know what everyone did, gang? They walked up the hill to the old rickety pro shop into the cart barn where they welcomed the players and the caddies to a little, boxed lunch.
Yeah. Oh, it was different. There's no doubt.
Ultimately, Kevin, I know you always loved fishing, right? You grew up fishing.
Yep.
What ultimately led? It was just a hard life out on tour all the time, or your guy got where he couldn't keep his card, or what happened?
I will keep it as simple as possible. He chartered me, and I didn't know a damn thing about golf. Nothing. Okay, and he won Bay Hill in '83, and I was I had a pretty nice boat at that time, center console, and was running trips, and he chartered me, and he's like, "I'll teach you how to play golf if you teach me how to fish." And it really, I didn't know. The next thing I know, I'm at the Players Club, hitting balls and learning how to play golf, and we became great friends. He was a single guy, and I got to caddy at the U.S. Open at the Olympic Club in '87, which was way cool. And then my mom was the secretary for Dean Beeman. So
wow,
there was a lot of golf in that territory. It was
cool
really,
stuff.
Really cool, real cool stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Before we get to the fishing, and we will.
Yeah.
We did, and before we get to the bait bet, we'll remind folks. Man, I was really drawn to the bottom of the leaderboard, and this is not what you expect to see at a tournament that has this year so many first-timers, so many newcomers. You fill out this 144-man field with 60 or 70 guys that you just assume don't have a real great chance of winning, and that doesn't mean they can't. One of the neat things about this golf tournament is how it really, there's no particular style that gets eliminated by playing on this golf course. But at the very bottom of the leaderboard, okay, bottom four, Victor Hovland, Max Homa. I mean, what happened?
Yeah.
Victor Hovland and Max Homa a year ago, or year and a half ago, or gosh knows what. Okay, dead last also 8 over. Nick Dunlap. Remember, he came on, he won. He was still a college golfer. He didn't take the money. He stayed amateur, and then he ended up turning pro. He's had a number of other good finishes. And then also right up there with Homa and Hovland and Dunlap, you got Thomas Dietrich, who just won on tour like a month ago.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And that's at the very bottom. Justin Thomas yesterday was 6 over par.
Awful. Oh my God.
T134.
Yeah.
There's the Finau only +4, T116. So there's some guys, man, that really dug themselves a hole yesterday.
Even Hideki. I mean, he came back, but my God.
He's lucky to come back. I picked him on Brunch with the Tour, man, and he was like 5 over through 6 or something like that. He got it to 2. He got it to 2. I think the cut line's even, so I don't know. We'll get a fighting chance with Hideki when he plays this afternoon.
It's so going to change. I mean, today you're going to have your 4s and 5s, and I get it. But I'm just telling you, man, starting tomorrow afternoon, these scores are going to.
Well, we got good. I said today, Kev, today's the calm before the storm.
Yes,
it's another good day of golf and scoring because tomorrow it's going to be a completely different golf course. They're talking about They're talking about letting the greens grow a little bit slower because it's going to be so windy. And if they're talking about doing that, that tells you how this is where our two worlds here intersect perfectly, because the weather and the winds are also so important for fishing, and it'll apply here to the golf tournament this weekend. And I guess the word Saturday, super windy, Sunday, could be stormy. Is it also windy? Give us first the forecast as it applies to both fishing and ultimately the golf tournament Saturday, Sunday.
That's exactly what I've seen, especially starting tomorrow afternoon. It's they're calling up to 25 to 35 miles per hour knots. I mean,
it's gonna be awesome, dude. It's gonna be a fun watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun watch. And from what I've seen, 40% chance of rain. on Sunday. So hopefully that just that hopefully there's no lightning or anything like that, and we could play in it because dude, I'm going to be laid up. I mean,
is it going to be windy on Sunday also? Did you notice?
Oh, it's going to be windy on Sunday.
Yeah,
up to 30 knots. Yeah.
Oh, so Saturdays, and they said that yesterday. The reality with yesterday was you better have been one of those guys that went at least 2 under or better because. Yeah, it's going to get really hard this weekend, and that's when the cream rises to the top. I mean, maybe we will see a Scottie Scheffler three-peat. He played good enough yesterday, certainly mentally tough enough and experienced enough as a winner, which leads me to the next question. Perhaps we should not do bait bets if Scottie Scheffler is the 4th pick in the draft.
Well, that's what we did last year. That's why I didn't pick Scottie Scheffler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
okay, go ahead.
We eliminated him last year.
Oh, so should I not have played him? Did you think he was eliminated? Because I can change him out if you want me to.
Listen,
you probably thought when I sent Oberg first that Scheffler must be out, or I would have taken him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, then I come back behind you and I go Scheffler, and that's kind of like that was kind of a D move, wasn't it?
It was a D move.
I didn't know I was doing that. I'm going to change him.
You have enough bets going on.
No. I'm taking it out. I'm going to find it. Can I take a 3 under golf? What is he?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me get it. Let me get a 3 under golfer. That's the same score as Scheffler's 3 under, right? Yeah, Scheffler's 3 under. All right, I will go with instead of Scheffler. I'll take. I'll go Cantlay, my favorite guy. So that leaves me now with Oberg, Cantlay, and Rory. I got fair and square.
Yes, you do, Rory. You got fair and square. Absolutely.
You got Colin, Sepp Straka. I think they're both 2 under.
I got Colin, Straka, and Maverick McNeely.
Maverick McNeely. You came in out of left field with that one over the top. That was probably right back at you with the D move on Scheffler. I did not even. Now it's just dawning on me that was not meant to be a D move. I like maybe the old switcheroo.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, well, if that's.
I guess Scheffler's out. Kevin says goes back with Colin and Sepp Straka, and I'm like, all right, I guess nobody believing in Scottie. I'll take him. Okay, fair enough. Now I think Scheffler right now it's fair to keep him in play. I mean, last year we had to take him out of play because he was.
Yeah, you did.
It was automatic, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean, with all the majors last year, there was just no sense in us even taking him because it was kind of ridiculous.
All right, so we'll see who gets that first 6-pack of ice cold bait or ice cold bait. We'll see who gets that. Tell me about the fishing. I mean, those winds that can wreak havoc here tomorrow, and then those storms that can be a pain on Sunday. Neither equate to great days of fishing, do they?
So, have had just some spectacular weather this week. The Wahoo shootout is in full swing. A bunch of them went yesterday.
I keep meaning to bring that up. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, a bunch of them went yesterday, and then anyway. Yeah, it was, and they're all going back today. But it was so interesting. You've got to go do this, I'll take you to do this sometime. With some friends of mine that have bigger boats, but it's unbelievable, Jeff.
Yeah, you've been talking that. That's a fishery that's kind of changed.
70 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, 70 miles, and you get it to the spot at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and there's 60 boats there.
Wow. All from the first coast.
Oh yeah. They're either most of them out of Bayport or St. Augustine. Jeez. But it's crazy.
And they're all catching fish.
They're all catching fish.
Is that on the other side of the stream, or is that in the stream?
No, it is not. No, it is not. No. As a matter of fact, most of your wahoo fishing is 130 feet. It's not.
We've caught we've gone because it's a great month coming up in April and even into May to go mahi fishing out in the stream, right? Or at least it used to be. That's when they were coming up through, and so we caught a couple of wahoo on mahi days by accident, and then I guess they've just decided to, maybe that's kind of what led them to stumble into that way to catch them. But you've been talking about that for a while. That's really a that's a way in that fishery that's really changed, huh? In the last 10 years,
it's changed. It's fun, and the guys are really good at it.
Now, typically in the day, you would bottom fish for wahoo. Is that what we did, or was it always a trolling?
So
fish?
typically, for us back in the day, it was dragon ballyhoo, and then they went to what they called high speed trolling, which is big plugs. I mean, when I say high speed trolling, I mean anywhere from 17 to 20 miles an hour. Well,
yeah.
Then these guys figured out, Jeff, how to live bait bonita, blue runners, and this is something that's like not. I mean, this is like 3 or 4 years ago at the most. Okay.
Now, did they discover by accident? Were they going for something else?
Well, okay, that's a great question, because they were catching a lot of these big kingfish, offshore on kingfish rigs, and they were like, "Man, we're catching wahoo while we're doing this too. Why don't we put a wahoo out?" So they're putting out these big ballyhoos. They're putting out these big blue runners, and all it is, Jeff, it's kingfishing on steroids. It's very light tackle. It's an absolute blast.
Now, does a huge wahoo keep its flavor? Does it stay?
Hell yeah.
It's delicious. Yeah, it's delicious. Wow.
100%.
I got to give me some of that, man.
I mean,
that stuff's good.
That stuff is outstanding. Outstanding. So anyway, you had those guys this week, and then the inlets have really fired off, as in sheep's head, black drum, redfish, trout. There's a ton of bluefish around. The small bluefish which come in this time of year. So a lot to do. But I will tell you that today's the day to get it done, because I know that most of the charter captains have canceled for Saturday and Sunday due to the wind, and then it's just it's
also a lot of traffic out here. It's
that's
crowded,
right, buddy.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck ish on
You
the bait
too.
bet, and we'll talk next Friday. Have a great weekend. Good week.
All right, buddy. Have a great weekend. See you.
Yeah. Thank you, man. There he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor, former tour. I learn something every week, ET. I mean, I always knew Kev was a caddy. I knew he caddied. I didn't know it was for 3 full seasons, and I didn't know my man had caddied 2 Players Championships.
It's kind of dope.
And I also didn't know that the only reason he started as a caddy is because a pro golfer wanted to teach him how to golf, and he would teach the pro golfer how to fish. This sounds like a book, ET. I think maybe I should get with Captain Kevin, write a little book here. Maybe this would be my golden parachute.
His 2 truths and a lie would be crazy.
Right? Yeah, that's for sure. Got a little Forrest Gump in him, right? It's the outdoor version of Doc Murphy.
Right.
All right. What did we decide on party days in Jacksonville, FLA? What are the top 3 party days in Jacksonville, Florida every year, or the Jacksonville area? Go ahead.
I'm going to go 1, July 5th, because that's my birthday.
Okay. All right, give me one outside of your own personal party day. It's got to be something that community can recognize. So July 4th you want to go with, or you want to go with?
Well, I'm going to go with Florida-Georgia weekend.
That's 100%. You got them number 1?
That's number 1.
Okay.
That's number 1.
And number 2?
Number 2 is probably New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, that's fair.
I ain't going to lie.
Yeah,
3,
I think that's the one I'm saying. That's probably top 3 party day in just about every community in America. And then number 3.
But 3,
can't say your birthday.
Friday at the Players.
Friday at the Players, man. It's got everything you want. I've been doing Friday at the Players ETs for over 30 years. I've done it as a single man. I've done it as a middle-aged man. I've done it as a dad. I've done it as a worker. I've done it as a with business clients and friends. I've done it with the wife. I've done TBC every possible way that you can possibly do it. And Friday offers anything for everyone. It's part singles bar. It's part serious golf fans. It's part food and fashion. It's just a day, man, where it's just a day. So come have a day at the Players with us. We'll continue with our Friday TPC talk as we move along. We're broadcasting live here in this, what is it, Richie, the Palm Valley Village? The Palm Valley Village. And so they got a drink station and stuff here. So feel free to just come by and buy us a drink as we go through the morning. That's going to make you leave studio and get down here.
Yeah.
My guys are tightening E up all over the ground all week long.
They've been looking out for you, boy.
My guy, all I know is E.T. meets my friends, and then he has them call me all slurry. My boys are slurry by the time E.T. has them call me. All right. There's 2 or 3 Gladstones we're going to cherry pick. We'll move to the next segment quick. Get ready for the Hicken arrival, the Friday festivities. Lots of Jaguars talk. Cooper out on Cooper Kupp. So they're going to go with what they got, and we got a bit of an explanation to that when we come back on the other side. Getting some votes coming in on the text line Design My Lifetime and closures this morning, Friday, TPC, 4th of July, and it's not closed. Yeah, I would go with the 4th, too, by the way. It's kind of that midsummer, man. We all need a day off kind of. Yeah, that's a good one, 4th. For me, 4th more than New Year's Eve. For me, right now. Probably not. Maybe always. Some way, that's a very good one, the 4th of July. Sneaky strong is 4th of July.
For sure. Yeah,
because you all get together in some way. It's just a different kind of party vibe. Often it's at a lake or the beach or a pool or a backyard barbecue.
Memorial Day weekend is kind of like that, too.
That's another one, too. Similar, but I think 4th got a little more punch than Memorial Day.
Yeah, it does.
Because, it's right in the middle of the year. We need this day, man. We need this day. James Gladstone and more when we return. You're listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
Florida heat is no joke. Is your air conditioner ready for it? At Duck Duck Air Conditioning, we've got a crazy offer just for you. We're giving away free AC inspections to our wonderful customers who now call and schedule. One of our expert techs will come look at your AC unit and make recommendations to ensure it's running at peak performance. But you must act today. A deal this good won't last forever. Call 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning. DuckDuckAC.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round 1 of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010xl.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Miller Lite, and bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Mia O'Brien
is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
Do the Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle, 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 Garber Wiggle. Garber Automall is home of the lifetime warranty.
Every new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Ford comes with a lifetime warranty. At Garber Auto Mall, your purchase is covered for life. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, that's a little yacht Rocky. I'm not gonna lie. We got breaking news this morning. Inquiring minds want to know. We had an incident on the grounds here earlier in the week. Remember that, where Rory McIlroy took the dude's phone? Turns out it was University of Tech. In fact, let's just package this up. It's this morning's Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstores. Take that short drive. All I'm doing is riding around in the Ranger 2024 Truck of the Year. Hey, it's all I can do. You get great service, great pricing, and just all-around great experience. I'll never buy a car anywhere else, I imagine, than the Murray Ford Superstores, Stark and Kingsland. Well, it turns out they have this little interchange. He was saying something to McIlroy. McIlroy didn't like it. He went over, he asked for his cell phone, he took it, and he walked away. Now, he stopped short of smashing it on the ground. We saw Tiger's caddy do that one time.
Oh, dude.
He grabbed some dude's phone, just smashed it.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you can look that up. That's a different day. Stevie was an enforcer, man. Tiger's, it's really his second caddy, but the one he had the most success with. He didn't mess. He wasn't playing. He smashed that thing. Well, anyway, you may have seen the video on social media earlier this week. Rory's playing a practice round. He hits the drive on the 18th hole in the water. Then he immediately turns around. He walks over to a dude standing outside the ropes, asked for his phone, took it, walked away. It wasn't clear what Potter said, but Golf.com reported he referenced the 2011 Masters when McIlroy melted down and shot 80, finished 10 shots out of the lead after leading going into the final round. His the heckler was later escorted off the course, and his phone was returned. Well, the news comes in the form of who the heckler is. He's a golfer at the University of Texas. His name's Luke Potter, and he has apologized after he reportedly was removed from the grounds. That report apparently has been confirmed. Ask about the incident. The Texas golfer Potter said, look, I just made a mistake. I take ownership for it. I apologize for it. That's about all that needs to be said. It's a good learning experience. Yeah, I apologize. Day before the incident, he earned his first NCAA individual victory. He just won at the John Haidt Collegiate Intercollegiate across the street, the big college event UNF host over there at Sawgrass Country Club. This dude was the winner. His coach said he's got a hole in his heart. He had no idea what was coming out of his mouth was going to result in this fashion. At the end of the day, it doesn't sound like a good dude to me. You're out at the Players Championship. That's Rory McIlroy. You're a golfer, dude. You ought to know you can't carry Rory McIlroy's water, son. So to stand behind the tee of a 4 or 5 time major winner, and he hits a bad shot, now you got to be Chirpy McChirpenstein while he could take you across the street or around the corner or out to number 7 and beat you left-handed is weak, son. So your coach can come up behind you and coddle you and tell you all about it and, it's a learning. No, you're that guy, aren't you? Aren't you, Potter? Hey, Luke Potter, take your apology, put it in a Titleist Pro V1 box, and shove it right up.
Boom.
Yeah, just put it right there. Put it in your golf bag, so to speak. It's weak. You're weak. It was weak to ever say. It's not funny. It's bratty and petulant, and that's you, bro. So congratulations, Luke Potter, ladies and gentlemen, the winner at the Hay. Take his picture down across the street, E. Take Luke Potter's picture down. Oh, don't be so hard on him, Jeb. He didn't mean it. Yeah, right. Whatever. He said it. That's just a jerky. Isn't it? Yeah, keep you away from my golf course. Hey, Luke Potter, going back to Austin, bro. All right, enough about that. I got to go to James Gladstone. Just a couple things here. There wasn't a whole lot of sizzle when it came to the 9-man free agency class, but there's enough there to provide what Gladstone and the boys keep saying this free agency period was for. Getting better at some positions, getting depth at some positions. But there's also this. You have to leave room for how this team, if it's successful, will really be built. And that's by finding frontline players and 2 deep starters in the draft. Something Gladstone learned, something that helped him get this job.
That's my experience most recently with the Los Angeles Rams, and it's something that I feel like I have a unique capacity to take on with the current position that we hold, which is 10 picks this year, 11 picks next year. And so with pro free agency, we wanted to set ourselves up so that we feel like we had the flexibility to address any position that we wanted to at any pick point that lies on the horizon, and feel like we're currently in a position to do just that.
Well, so it's built through the draft. Find your stars there and look at the Rams. That's certainly where they have found them. All right, we've talked about the rebuilt defensive line. It goes way beyond that. Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, the list goes on. The offensive linemen, the Rams have, they might, once you get good, you're on the cusp of a title, and that one guy can put you over the top, we'll talk. But as you're building, it didn't always have to be with, all pros and TikTok shorts. There is the hole at defensive end, edge rusher. They didn't do anything on the defensive line at all in this free agency class, right? I mean, it was offensive line, it was secondary guys, a couple of tight ends. They didn't, not a single defensive lineman, right, E? Right? No edge rusher, not even an interior tackle, nothing at all. So just a curiosity, man. I know we're building depth, we're trying to get better, but you signed 9 guys. We didn't add one piece to the defensive line. What gives, James Gladstone? What gives?
Yeah, we got 10 picks in this year's draft. We're going to have some spots that are actually open for them to insert. So, if you add a veteran at this point, could be just standing in the way. We're going to allow these rookies to, get a chance to get out on the field and help us this coming fall.
Onboarding, this is what happens when you're in, at least for now, coordination with your coach. Like, that's the same mentality that maybe Balky had and Peterson wasn't on board with, or vice versa. It was never like in conjunction. Listen, again, should we take the card up? Did he not just tell you what the Jags are doing with the 5th pick? I mean, he just told you. He was asked specifically about, hey, man, nothing at all on the defensive line? How can that be? Don't want to block the progress of the rookies that are coming in there. So it sure would make you think that it was. But he also said the same thing, that same blocking of a rookie would apply to, say, the receiver position. I feel real confident about this just on this little bit that I'm reading of the tea leaves of our new regime here. Based on what they've done in free agency, I expect a receiver or two in the draft. I expect Mason Graham to be the number 5 pick. I expect another offensive lineman to go in the first 3 rounds. That's what I would expect. And then build with all those extra draft picks, fill in more with good young depth. The Rams with Gladstone, a part of the process, proved they could find a lot of talent, elite talent, in rounds 3 through 7. Something I will not painstakingly remind you of. Hicken Arrival, more come your way next. We'll queue up a football fix a little bit later here in the program. We got a lot of good stuff to get into. We haven't touched on the college basketball. Boy, I had a fun night last night. E.T., I have great luck when I'm just dipping in on stuff.
Okay.
I dipped in on the conference basketball tournaments last night, and I saw 2 buzzer beaters. I saw Texas Tech barely hang on. I mean, these teams playing with this urgency. Perhaps major injury news for when it comes to the college basketball tournament last night. When it comes to Duke, Cooper Flagg went out with an ankle injury. He will not play when they take on North Carolina in the semis tonight. What a great conference ACC tournament semifinal game that is, Duke, North Carolina. Florida will play Missouri tonight. They beat Mississippi State last night. But we'll clear up and put into focus here as we come down the stretch. We got teams fighting for 1 seeds. These games are going to matter. Coming up over the next 2 or 3 days. All right, we'll step aside. Hicken more when we return. You are listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Learn more about the beautiful game of soccer and its impact on the River City.
What a beautiful thing to behold.
Get an hour of soccer talk on the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour.
That's all I want to know. Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 1010 a.m.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the week.
You know it!
My apologies to our radio competition.
Yes, sir! Sweet Friday!
You're on Radio Row, causing mayhem.
I need a little emotion,
Oh,
please.
no. Hey! Oh!
Hey! Oh!
Take it, Friday.
Go Friday!
Look at her.
Go Friday, go Friday, go Friday, go. Do that little thing you did last time, Friday.
Do that little thing you did last time. What are y'all? This is it. Call this tent dancing. Got a bazaar going on here. There he goes.
He got the clap going. Yeah.
He's mad because he dances like angry
Chill him
grandma.
with the shoulders.
Angry grandma.
Chill
on
him with the
YouTube
shoulders.
dances like
Yeah,
that.
chill him with the
Look
shoulders.
at him. Man, what
One more time!
kind of relationship y'all have? I'm starting to wonder.
Oh, yeah.
Do that thing I like.
Yes, sir.
That little twirl thing. Do that little thing I like, Friday.
Yeah.
Y'all are something.
Love it.
You
Love
are the
it.
players, Friday. Go ahead.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
let loose.
Hey.
She was here. She was
Oh.
on. You saw her yesterday.
He sees her every day.
I know.
He lives on Friday.
That boy
Every
do.
day's Friday
gracious.
for my guy.
What a day.
I told E.T. he spent more time with my friends this week than I've spent with my friends in the last year.
Attaboy, E.
That's what he does.
I met up with some of Dan's friends, too.
Sure you did. Of course you did. They're all just coming up, handing our guy drinks and bracelets and passes to this club and the other.
Attaboy.
Hey,
Good
so
for him.
a quick story. I met up with one of Dan's friends, and I was trying to send a picture to him, and I sent it to somebody in Washington State. And let's just say the picture wasn't it's not safe, if you know what I mean.
Oh, no.
The gentleman said,
dear.
I'm pretty sure you sent this to the wrong person, but it looks like you're golfing. It looks like a blast. Have fun.
That's awesome. I sent it to the wrong
What time
person.
do you get out here, E?
About 11:30.
11:30?
Yeah, and I
And he's
shut it
gone
down.
full tilt.
I
I
shut
usually
it
start getting
down.
the call. I usually start getting the calls about 3:30. Hick, 3:34.
I was over.
Yeah.
I was over at your. I was over in your neighborhood yesterday.
Look at him. They could have just passed the baton. Did you see the baton girl got charged, by the way?
Yeah.
They didn't go for that. It was just a natural move nonsense.
Yeah, it was not a natural
She
move.
buffed that girl in the back of the head. They said, yeah, we're going to have to.
There's another angle where she just rears back and whaps her.
Do we learn what the history? Do they have a history? Do they know each other? We don't know.
I think it was just from that race.
Inquiring
I think it was just from the race.
Yeah, not good. Not a good
You
look.
know, every once in a while you'll see something like pop culture that like shocks you.
Yeah.
That's mine came yesterday. Did you see Hollywood's hot couple? Did you see this?
Yeah, Tiger and Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm talking about. But,
Oh.
but I also saw
What about that one?
That was not really Hollywood. That's certainly celebrity. That's power couple, I believe is what they call those. I believe they call those power couples.
That's the. By the way, she's the mom of the granddaughter
Kai.
who's the
Yeah,
golfer.
Right, the good one.
Yeah.
Sure. She's a YouTube golfer, by the way, or is on YouTube a lot. No. This Hollywood pairing. Are you aware of these two? Apparently been dating for 1 year. Older than you are.
Okay.
So when I say Hollywood.
Streep and
yeah. Did
Martin
you know this
Short?
already?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, Martin Short and Meryl Streep. They've gone public. Those two.
Oh, they went public?
Man, Martin Short, you talking about out kicking your coverage, dude. Come on, man. One is like a glamorous multi-Oscar winner. The other is SCTV doing synchronized swimming bits.
I'm sorry. Tiger and Mrs. Trump take.
No.
Yes.
No way.
This week for sure.
No.
Yeah, it's all the buzz out here.
No, I don't know.
was
Maybe
just
the
walking
buzz
by,
is not a bigger
I was just
pairing.
walking by.
No
I saw
way.
JT and Homa talking about it.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's JT. What about Tiger?
Well, that's good.
He's just happy.
I know JT and Homer, what they're not talking about is golf. They comboed to go about 14 over yesterday,
Yeah, I
so
know.
there's that.
They had a rough day.
My guy Hideki refused to die after y'all buried him. Daniel Murphy sent the video clip mush, and he got hot from there. So he's at least alive. I've got life going to try to get to that. Today's the calm before the storm. It's fixing to get hard out here.
I thought we'd get a 64 yesterday. I think the course is harder too than people because it was optimal scoring conditions yesterday. We got some 6-unders, but we didn't get anybody shooting a 8-under. Which
Shout out
surprised
our
me.
guy Camilo Villegas in the hat promo, huh?
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, we had that. We were talking about that earlier in this week. The
Yeah.
guys that Live Forever Golf have a partner with this foundation, and he's wearing that hat that we were showing off the other day. Same exact hat.
I played golf in that hat yesterday.
Good.
So it was
How'd
good.
Did you hit it like a tour pro? Were you
I
inspired
did.
by what you've seen
No,
out
it
here?
Was it was a
step back?
It was a 5-hour round.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was not
it packed? It's a packed time of the week
I
usually, but it
guess.
shouldn't
I
be
don't
take that
know.
long.
It shouldn't.
Well, I don't know who to blame, but there's more of that going on.
Yeah, it shouldn't. You should not. We literally waited every shot.
Yeah.
It's no fun.
Somebody somewhere has got to get moving or get out of the way.
We had an extra guy play with us.
5?
No, 4. 3 rather. And he was great story. Dude's a trucker.
Okay.
So I pull up to play, and there's this big rig in the parking lot.
All right.
And so I go, and he's a quiet dude. And he comes up and says, "Hey, my name's."
It makes sense for a trucker to be kind of an introvert.
Yeah. So nice guy. And so we're playing, and I said, "What do you do?" He goes, "I'm a trucker." I go, "Is that your rig?" He goes, "Yeah." And so he was on his way to Macon, where he's going to pick up a load and take it to North Dakota. And he lives in Wisconsin.
Okay.
But he plays golf. So he
Yeah.
just stops and play. And he was asking us
I
about
bet it's
places
fun.
to play. Yeah. And
That'd be
so-
kind of that's another. I've got all kinds of book ideas. That'd be a cool book.
Yeah. But he played 9 with us, and he said, I'm out of here.
Too slow.
Yeah, he couldn't take it.
No, I don't blame him.
And he had gotten a note because he dropped his trailer off. He probably at a public place, left a note on it, and the officer had called and said, "Yeah, you got to move it," which he was grateful that the officer called. So, but it was interesting. So, so that was a little sneak out. You get the golf bug, you sneak out, and you go play. But I did learn something yesterday.
What's that?
I drove the ball on the back 9 really well.
Okay.
And I thought I was killing it. And at my advanced age now of young at heart 61, it's like 200 yards. That's about all I got.
Yeah.
It's about 200 yards.
Yeah, well,
bro.
that's not terrible. You're not.
I know.
28,
I know,
bro.
but it's 200 yards.
By the way, that's about as far as you hit it when you were 28. So, whatever.
So, yeah, but that's about
live and learn.
but I'm
My man. Now, last time I gave this glowing scoring update of cracking 100.
105 yesterday.
Okay, so we're staying down there
48
around
on
100.
the back though.
All right.
I had a tough front.
All right.
I had a tough front, but
My
I got it
man.
going. I got it going. So
that handicap's got to be plummeting right now.
It's
I
not.
can't.
Hadn't plummeted at all.
It's gonna.
No.
100%.
I hope not.
You
Not
turned in
until
a 90. What did you shoot? 9 or 8? What was it?
Oh, it's 90. 98?
Yeah.
Or
So
99?
you turn in 98, 105. It ain't staying where it is. I'm just telling you that.
All right. Anyway, good to be here. Listen, did you touch on the Rory incident?
Yeah.
What's the deal with this kid?
With what kid? Rory?
No, the Potter kid.
Why is he such an a-hole?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't do that. And then you can't be like
all
all that
no
needs to
big
be
deal.
said is I made a mistake. No, bro, that's
right.
bad.
And people are coming back. It's like, because that's the take I had. Oh, yes, what a weak take. These golfers are so soft. Just understand, if you're saying all you guys are doing is endorsing being an a-hole, like endorsing, standing, and just saying a-hole things to people for no reason.
Yeah, I mean.
So it's yeah. And by the way,
you're a golfer.
It was also 15 years ago. Again, there's lots of things.
Now maybe. And obviously he's talented. He just won the hate.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll win the. Maybe he'll be a bad boy on the PGA Tour.
Well,
we need
maybe.
a bad boy.
Well, I guess. But I'm just saying. I mean,
But it was
my take is
jerky thing to do.
Yeah, and people are, well, you don't take his phone. Shut up. What do you mean you don't take his phone?
Good for him.
He's out here. Probably, who knows where he's going to post. Look what I did to Rory today. That's how people are. They're stupid.
I don't think he would do that.
But I'm just saying, man.
nonetheless.
Yeah. So why? Again, if you're calling saying that's a weak take, other athletes get heckled, yada yada. All you're doing is finding all these reasons.
Not by another
Right.
golfer.
Right.
Not by a young
Correct.
kid who wants to make
That
a
was
win
part of
the
the
tour.
point that I guess they missed.
Yeah.
So
wow.
But anyway, you're just endorsing being an a-hole. That's what you stand for. If that's your side of it. So
I mean, that's an embarrassment.
Good luck with that.
By the way, what an embarrassment for the University of Texas
Yeah.
golf team.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't come to our town and act that way. Get out of here.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, I saw that, but yeah, it was a great day out here yesterday, and today will be great as well. And then the weather will blow in, right? This weekend, is that what we got? We got some winds coming up tomorrow, so should be a battle royale here this weekend. And that means, by the way, I think the wind really kicks in later in the afternoon. So that's when the leaders go off on Saturday, so could bring everybody back to the field so we could have an unbelievable shootout on Sunday.
Correct.
Yeah.
And a terrific opportunity for any and everyone to get out here today and watch golf. You got the number 1, 2, 3 players in the world that you can walk around and follow. Go find that in any other sport.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right, go stand on the sidelines while Mahomes and Lamar battle.
Mm-hmm. Let me get a couple things here. Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Let me get that out.
I'm also going to push for decided. I don't do this often. A quickie poll. I'm going to have you do a quickie poll today.
Okay, it's brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes.
Okay.
The official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Jaguars and the Gators. And right now you can lock into an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate at 15 different locations.
Beautiful, quiet morning.
I said 15 different locations.
15?
Yes, I did.
I feel like I'm on Groundhog Day.
I know. What is your favorite James Gladstone term?
Yeah, he is going to the well.
Intangibly rich, ecosystem, raise the floor, or guys are built right. Those are your four. Intangibly rich,
I just think
ecosystem, raise the floor, or guys are built right.
One of these got off to such a hot start, it's almost unfair. So
Okay.
intangibly rich is going to win. But, And I say ecosystem will be second because those are the two we really pounded after that introductory.
E, what about you?
Intangibly rich definitely has an unfair advantage, so I'm going to go with guys are built right.
Guys are built right. All right, these are good.
I think that's last.
We have almost 400 votes right now. 37% say intangibly rich. 30% want to raise the floor.
Okay.
23% say ecosystem.
Yeah.
And 10% say guys are built right.
Yeah, I haven't heard the guys are built right quite as much, but he repeated some of those.
Yeah.
I'm uniquely qualified. He dropped that one in for a second time yesterday because of his experience.
Yeah.
And listen, they're selling that they've done exactly what they want to do to this point. They had 9 guys they want to get. They say they went and got the 9. They got depth at spots. They love Macari and what he can do everywhere from a depth standpoint. We'll see.
Now, we've been coming out here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Since me, 1986, you just a couple years after that.
91.
1991. And it's been great. And we've been doing this radio show for quite some time.
20 years, probably. More than 20, actually.
Okay. And so
probably more than 20 years. We started in probably 2001, maybe.
One of the staples of the broadcast is celebrating sport through the majesty of song.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I like where this is headed.
And so one of the hits of all time is about this tournament.
Correct. Back
Right?
in the day.
Back in the day.
But maybe needs to be freshened up a little
Needs
bit
to be
because the
freshened up.
topics have changed.
Yeah, but we've been doing it for so long that we've now gotten into just doing remixes.
Okay.
Redos. You know,
Is this Dickinson or have we gone a different production route?
No, this is Dickinson.
Wow,
So,
he's spreading his wings.
I'll be hearing it for the first time.
Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah, Bruce put this one together, and we'll let it rock and roll. And it's redone. Got in the studio this week, and we'll debut it right here on a Friday. E, you ready?
We ready.
Stay ready. When I play golf isn't all that great. My best round is a 108. My clubs and shoes, they're a little whack. And my friends are just as crappy as me. I didn't go to PV high school. Surfer girls never looked at me. But every year since I was young, I never missed the TPC.
Palm Beach Drums, that's where I wanna be. Watching the players turn Palm Beach Drums, rolling with frosting. Watching the players turn.
Look at all those players, golfing stars. They're all so beautiful and clean. When the caddies scrub their clubs, they get the spaces in between. I wanna live a life like that. I wanna birdie 17. Take my picture with Scott, 'cause I'm the next big thing.
Palm Beach Drums,
That's where I wanna be.
watching the players turn Palm Beach Drums, rolling with frosting. Watching the players turn.
The truth is, I don't stand a chance. It's something that you're born into, and I just don't belong.
No, I don't. I'm just a 10-10 radio star, and I will always be that way. I might as well enjoy my life and watch the players play.
Palm Beach Drums, that's where I wanna be. Watching the players turn Palm Beach Drums, I'm rolling with frosting. Watching the players turn
Let's go! TPC!
There is a golf god here at 17.
And there's a devil out there at 17 as well. 17 cooperated for the most part yesterday. I think there's 20-something maybe in the water, but did you see, is it Justin Lauer? Is that his first name? Did you see what Lauer did on that hole?
No.
So he is on there. There's always some hijinks, but anyway, Lauer sails it over. The pin was in the back. It's a tough spot. You either come up short, and you got a long uphill putt, or you get aggressive, and a lot of times they'll bounce and roll off or whatnot. But so he flies it over the green, then he goes up to the drop zone, and then he knocks it in the hole for 3.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, at least you saved that par, right? There was some. I tell you what's impressive
They
about.
found trouble. Like guys have blow up holes a lot yesterday. And it's man, you mess up out here, and it can get away from
It took
you.
on the look of the Creator Classic at times.
Yes.
I mean, that Greiserman hit it in the water twice on 17. He was like even. He made 7. That shoots him out of it. What was amazing about Rory? He was flailing it out to the right all day. He drove it terrible.
5 under.
He came out of the trees and up and down, and I mean, I can think of like 6, 7 holes. He was almost out of play.
What about my guy Minwoo Lee on 18?
Yeah, and Rory did it on 18 also.
Did you see that drive?
No.
Minwoo Lee's drive?
No.
I've never seen it go that far right. It was like off the hosel.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of them go that. That one didn't stand out.
And then he kind of punched it, and then he punched it again and then he made his putt to St. Par.
And Rory put it over in the trees and punched it up onto the green to birdie range and made a birdie.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. All right, we got to take a quick break. We've got a lot more coming your way today. It's a GFL Friday, and we're live at the Players, round 2 of the Players Championship.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, the Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Players Championship update. This update is brought to you by Dermagnify Medical, Surgical, and Cosmetic Dermatology and Taco Lou with Tacos on 12. Beautiful day early out at TPC Sawgrass. It's 57 degrees at 7 o'clock as round 2 begins today with a loaded top of the leaderboard. At the top, we have a 3-way tie with Lucas Glover, JJ Spawn, and Camila Villegas. They are all at 6 under through round 1. They're followed by a 4-way tie between Minwoo Lee, Billy Horschel, Ashke Bhatia, Max McGreevy, and Rory McIlroy. Teeing off at 7:40 to begin the day, we have Henrik Norlander, Ricky Castillo, and Ben Coles on number 1. And starting on the back 9 is Doug Geim, Ryan Fox, and Sammy Valimaki. 3 of the world's top golfers, number 1 Scottie Scheffler, number 2 McIlroy, and number 3 Xander Schauffele, are paired together for the first 2 rounds. Yesterday, the marquee trio started on the front 9 at 129. Today, they'll switch to the morning wave and begin their rounds on the back 9 at 824. The PGA announced tickets for Saturday are sold out on primary channels. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Dermagnify Medical, Surgical, and Cosmetic Dermatology and Taco Lou with Tacos on 12.
Here's Linda Beaver.
It's a new year with new goals, but let's face it, not all resolutions are easy to keep. Maybe you promised yourself you'd eat healthier, but pizza still seems like a better idea. Or you said you'd read more, but your favorite show just launched a new season. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, we can help you keep your New Year's resolution. We offer the biggest selection, best prices, and the easiest car buying experience. Let's make a resolution to visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet, where we'll wow you with a new ride for the new year.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 31-day spring event. Experience superior craftsmanship and timeless design with buy one, get one 40% off custom replacement windows and patio doors. Enjoy the ease of zero down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, poker fans, the stakes are high this month as Best Bet dishes out over $550,000 between Jacksonville, Orange Park, and the St. Augustine poker rooms. Feeling lucky? How about $300 every 15 minutes at the table games, or cash in on the $20,000 race to a race, or every Friday, $1,000 every 30 minutes. And go for the green on St. Patrick's Day, where a Royal Flushing Clubs wins up to $5,000. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All right, we're back here on the drill. Thanks so much for being up and at 'em with us. It's round 2 of the players. Some positioning here for the very best players in the world. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are all paired together with Scheffler, McIlroy, and Schauffele. Yesterday, Rory kind of overcame. Not a great swing, but he putted great. He made 3 or 4 birdies in a row at the turn. He got back into it. He added another scrambling birdie on 18, so he's 5 under. Scheffler's 3 under. He probably hit the ball most consistently, the best of the 3. And Xander Schauffele was up and down. He came out of the gates hot. He birdied the first 2 holes and got to 2 under. I think he finished even overall. There are 3 players that are 6 under par, and they have more like the journeyman look about them. J.J. Spawn, Lucas Glover, and Camilo Villegas. But it's kind of the perfect Players Championship from this standpoint. It's got that mix that we always talk about. Anybody, you can hit it right to left, you can hit it left to right. You can be a long hitter, you can be a short hitter. You can, be known for great irons or for great putting, right? There's just, and this, I thought yesterday showed how the everyone who's good enough to be here is good enough to win this golf tournament. And sure, a lot of Hall of Famers have won it, especially recently. We've talked about that. But back in its history, a lot of Min Woo Lee, J.J. Spawns, and Lucas Glovers of the world have won as well.
Great news.
You found your glasses.
Found my glasses.
Nice. Were they still sitting there?
No, my man who's working there said, yes, I saw them and put them in the tree.
Oh, in the tree?
Yeah,
Well,
I had them tucked
good thing you saw him. You'd have never found them. And then someday, somebody would have found a pair of glasses in the tree and said, wonder how these ever got here.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There they were. So
Ripple in time.
Very happy. That's glasses ain't cheap, so that's a good save. These are actual prescription glasses. Normally, I just wear readers.
I thought, they look like just regular reading glasses.
Yeah, these are
I got
actual
you. Well, look at
prescription.
you. Well, you can't have that. So,
Yeah, I'd have been
congratulations, friend.
Yeah, I'm happy now. I'm happy.
We lost one of the real pioneers of the transition from print to radio to roundtable discussion yesterday.
John Feinstein.
And John Feinstein, who we've had on this program at the Players, I think more than once. It's been years since we have, but Feinstein used to always be.
Wrote like 40-some books.
Yeah.
I hit it big with the first one he ever wrote, Season on the Brink, the Bobby
That
Knight
was his
story.
first?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not realize that was his first.
Yeah,
I
that was his first big
I read the Bobby Knight story. I was in college. I can remember being home like at Christmas and rifled through it at Christmas. I'm not sure, and and shame on me if I haven't. I will now. I'm not sure I've read A Good Walk Spoiled. I know, I've used the line, the cliche. I don't recall reading it. I may have. It sounds like something that I would have read.
He wrote a lot of good ones.
Didn't he have a Jordan book?
What he would do is kind of embed himself into a situation,
a program, or an athlete's family,
and it was great. He had a lot of success doing that. But his biggest was his first. And, just 69 years old, so that's kind of sad in the way that happened.
Yeah, didn't get more detail than that. But I also remember him. it kind of started, now right now you turn on the cable television and there's 2 or 3 sports channels where there's 3 or 4 people talking and yelling at each other and flashing up graphics. And really, it was, remember the sports reporters on Sunday morning on ESPN? It was before it was nonstop talk. ESPN used to be highlight shows and news programs. It wasn't
30-minute once a week show.
Once a week,
all you got.
Yeah, it was called the sports reporters. They'd have 3 or 4 of the old guard, the
print guys,
Mitch Albom and Kornheiser and Lupica, correct, and all those dudes. And Feinstein was a part of that as well. But yesterday, 69.
Yeah,
big follower of college basketball. It looks like the SEC's historic season is going to reach its max potential with Texas beating Texas A&M last night. Lenardi now has Texas as one of the last 4 in. He's got Arkansas and Vandy, who have already been dispatched from the tournament with the last 4 byes. And if you go down through the entirety of
Texas is 6-12.
SEC is going to get 13 teams into the NCAA tournament. As of the latest Lunardi projections, 13 from the SEC, 9 from the Big 10, 8 from the Big 12. So that would be 30 of the 68 teams will come from those 3 conferences.
Interesting. I would never take a 6-12 team from its conference, but we've had that argument before.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. So yesterday, I guess, was sort of meet the media day for NFL free agents because it's all over the league.
Yeah.
So it was like it must have been deemed. They must have got a note. Thursday, the day after the year becomes official, is when you should introduce your new players.
Yeah.
And so the Jags did, and a lot of others did, and James Gladstone spoke for the first time and had some interesting comments, obviously, is what talking about the direction of the franchise. And look, good luck. I see what he's trying to do.
If they're right in their evaluations, it'll work. But, there's a lot of parts of it, and part of it is you also have to be right in these determinations you make.
And he doubled down in this respect, and he had said, look, we got the 9 guys we wanted. We had 9 guys. We got them all. So I'm like, okay.
They were shooting for the less acclaimed guy. They were looking for better quality depth.
Yeah, intangibly rich dudes.
And we can't say this again. I don't know how much the offensive line, I do feel, is better than it was before.
Yeah.
Than it was before.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll find out. I don't know how good Sheriff is.
So.
Somebody's going to go sign Brandon Sheriff and point to his former Pro Bowls and think he's an answer.
Yeah. If he wants to play, he'll sign. And we picked a backup center over a couple starting centers who were out there.
But they doubled down on that yesterday, too.
They did. They doubled down on a lot of their stuff. So I'm rooting for them. Hope they're right. We'll see how it goes. I would have signed maybe one bigger name, one
guy with more career production.
Yeah.
Although Lewis, has that. Been a productive player. He's got a lot of numbers through the years.
I would like to see maybe Shavarius Ward or DJ Reed or Carlton Davis.
Those are the guys. Listen, the national, grader. They agree with you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Noah Brown came to Washington.
Yeah.
From
Dallas, I believe.
Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless he had somewhere in between.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'll be curious to see how
Noah Brown is.
No, yeah.
I'd rather have our Brown than theirs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see how they do comparatively.
Yeah.
So
Noah Brown had a couple of games with Dallas because of CeeDee Lamb and others, Gallup being out, where I can remember him having at least one game where he may even have multiple touchdowns.
So he re-signed. He was with Dallas in 22. He's with Houston in 23 and Washington last year.
Yeah, Houston he went to. He had numbers for Houston, didn't he? Didn't he flash a little bit for them?
43, 33, and 35 in the last 3 years. Yeah. It's kind of what our guy has.
Yeah, right.
I guess our guy has a little more speed.
Well, our guy came in. It's coming in hot, but
and again, keeping in mind that we lost 2 guys who had contributed a lot to this.
Kirk
program.
and Ingram.
Not that we won anything, I mean,
he
5
talked
and
about
18.
talked about those guys, and those decisions as well.
Yeah. Different look at tight end. Certainly a different look at receiver. I don't think that we're better offensively, but they think they've raised the floor, so we'll see. We'll find out.
Well, I clicked on
and he also said he's going to let the rookies play. So the rookie, again, that's
and you can feel like they're more in conjunction than Balky and Peterson were.
Well, I hope so.
Like they're on the same page with that. Like I'm sure Peter's like, well, wait, I can't play 3 rookies. We're trying to
win. Yeah.
Right. Whereas these guys think they can play 3 rookies and that lead to them winning.
Okay.
Well, listen, one thing is documented with the Rams that again you can't just assume that the success there will lead to success here, but the plan that they've employed is this one. This is not the current Rams team as it's built.
Yes.
It's not the one that was constantly adding pieces trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This one is drafted players.
Yeah, they did it two different ways.
In two different ways. This is Nakua and Kyron Williams and those offensive linemen and that rebuilt defensive line. This is how and that's how they're going to try and do it here with the Jags, because I think they feel like, as the Rams do, that they have a stability at quarterback, a talented enough quarterback that if they do those things, they'll be fine. But everyone better do their part. That's for sure.
All right, so let's do this. Let's grab a break.
Okay. A catch-up break here on the Sixes.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's I don't know what that means. It's a GFL Friday. That's a Green for Life. Trust for all
what
your
are we handing out today?
commercial roll-off needs.
I got a pair of tickets to Counting Crows live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. That's going down July 19th. Tickets on sale today to the public at 10 a.m. Just visit AXS.com to purchase them. But a lucky winner could win a pair of those joints right now. Holla at your boy at 904-641-1010.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling and Heroes Lawn Care. It's a beautiful day out at TPC Sawgrass as round 2 of the Players Championship is just underway. Teeing off at 7:40 to begin the day, we have Henrik Norlander, Ricky Castillo, and Ben Cole is on number 1. Starting on the back 9 is Doug Geem, Ryan Fox, and Sammy Valimaki. Following them at 7:51, we have Eric Cole, Ben Griffin, and Max Grazerman on 1, and Andrew Putnam, Charlie Hoffman, and Denny McCarthy on the back 9. After round 1, at the top of the leaderboard, we have a 3-way tie between Lucas Glover, JJ Spawn, and Camilo Villegas, with all at 6 under. The PGA announced tickets for Saturday are sold out on primary channels. A very limited number remain for Sunday, available at theplayers.com/tickets. Parking is also sold out for Friday and Saturday, with a small number remaining for Sunday. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling and Heroes Lawn Care.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010XL.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Miller Lite, and bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
In a world where chains seem to take over, it's awesome to have a locally owned retailer who's only focused on Jacksonville. Why? Because, man, we love our city. Our city loves us, and Beard's Diamonds is a great part of that. All those jewelers in the town center, they're owned by big Wall Street companies, not Beard's Diamonds, man. They are local. Been serving our area for more than 40 years, and, man, tell you what, they run circles around those big chains. They got a massive diamond inventory, all the top bridal brands, strongest warranties. Man, Beards wins on price every day. They don't have extra markups to please Wall Street or pay commission salespeople. In fact, check this out. Beards guarantees they'll beat any national chain store on price. So don't buy anywhere until you get a second opinion at Beards, right? In a world where generic chain stores pop up everywhere, it's just great to have a local jeweler like the Lupos that can give you a better selection, higher quality, superior personalized service, and a better price. Beards Diamonds, man. Check them out at the St. John's Town Center.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do?
CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
We're giving away free AC inspections to our wonderful customers who now call and schedule. But you must act today. A deal this good won't last forever. Call 904-862-6769. DuckDuckAC.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
Making spring a Jacksonville thing.
What a week!
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Enhanced by
Magnify Medical, Surgical, and Cosmetic Dermatology, San Jose Collision, and Doorbell Farms Produce Delivery.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Nikki Sema. My dad started in business when I was just 4 years old, and now we're 35 years and 20,000 satisfied customers in, and literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you're looking to revitalize your home with new flooring or need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites and don't forget to stop by our showrooms during our open house and cookout this Saturday from 10 to 3. Come see affordable luxury, experience a lifetime difference, and receive additional open house discounts.
The hoops action continues on the first Friday of the tourney. Watch the madness with 1010XL and enjoy madness specials all day long. Starting with helmets and heels, live from Big Dog Sports Restaurant on Blanding. Then join XL Primetime at Barley and Pie in Fleming Island. The Frangie Show will be at String Sports Brewery in Jacks Beach, and finish the day with Into the Night with Rick Ballou and Hacker After Dark at Top Dog Tavern on Old St. Augustine Road. Now that's the way to celebrate hoop.
I can't believe it! Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but they outnumber me, man.
Whoa, that's a lot of glitter paint.
Let's trade lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers. Savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Mia here. It's that time again. The Ready, Set, Go sales event is back and going on now at Arlington Toyota. Just announced, 0% on select new Toyota models has been extended. 0%. You can even get financing as low as 1.99% on select new trucks. Arlington has over 80 Tacomas and over 75 Tundras available. Shop the Ready, Set, Go sales event at Arlington Toyota now through March 31st. In person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295 or at arlingtontoyota.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. Hanging out live at TPC. Stadium course round 2 today. Players out. I can see them on the practice screen. I can see them chipping and putting right now, getting ready. The early guys who were the late guys yesterday go out today. They Thursday afternoon, Friday morning tilt. Got to go low today, man. Got to make the cut. Some guys are going to be hard-pressed to do so. A lot of golf left to be played. Another 18 holes today. And off they will go. Got some industry news, E. You love industry news.
I love industry news.
Tennessee Titans fans still have not recovered from the offseason news that broadcasting icon Mike Keith left their franchise after 27 seasons. He became the radio guy of the Tennessee Vols. Well, now the Titans are preparing to name Keith's replacement. Multiple sources tell A to Z Sports Nashville. I don't know A to Z Sports Nashville, but if it's reputable, listen to this. The Titans have narrowed their search down to 2 people. SEC Network and Golf Channel broadcaster Taylor Zarzor and Jacksonville Jaguars senior reporter J.P. Shadrick.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, his Spanish name Juan Pablo Shadrick.
We once had Juan Pablo Bastardo. I think we called him at one point.
Yes, but I mean, if he goes to Tennessee, God bless him. He's dead to us.
Yeah, or dead to us, JP.
But kind of hoping he
Well, good
gets
for
it.
him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would 1,000% root
Love
for JP to get
good
that
dude.
job and just somehow go up there as some sort of double agent.
But I will.
You get a mole in the building. You can, go up and sabotage him.
I personally pledge, again, much as I would have done if Tony had just given me the go-ahead and throw punch John Lynch, I will throw punch JP at a Titans-Jags game before the game.
Wow. So they won't be able to broadcast. Oh.
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, Dan Hicken will have to step in, and then you do nothing but rip the Titans for 3 hours.
The whole game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
This sorry group of guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah. Get it downfield, Trevor.
When you don't have
anyway, good luck to one.
When you don't have a lot of like we didn't go for any big names, I clicked on this column hoping we would show up. I don't know who the source is per se as far as who's making this decision, but this was the best values, the 10 best value signings in free agency. But we're not on there. So
we're not even on that one.
Yeah, we didn't.
We're not showing up anywhere on these things. That's fine.
Yeah, well, and these are all when you really look at it, these are all deals you can just get out of in a year or two. This is just kind of bridging the gap. And I thought the one interesting thing that Gladstone said yesterday was just the doubling down. I don't care what. I'll let the world know we're building through the draft. Everybody else can do it the way they want to do it. We're building through the draft. This goes so far to say, I'll tell you why I didn't sign any tackles or ends. Because I don't want them blocking the path of the rookies we're fixing to bring in. It's a good year to be picked by the Jaguars if you like to play football. Because they're going to get opportunity. I've never seen such expectations put on rookies, Dan.
Yeah.
Have you? That's different.
Yeah.
They used to shield them. Just a rookie. We're not going to rush things. We're going to let them get their feet under them. You can't count on first year. They're rookie, until November, December. You can't. Well, that's not what they're saying down there yesterday. They sent a message loud and clear. Why didn't we sign anybody on the defensive line? I don't want to block the path of the guys we're about to bring in.
Mason Graham.
Right. That's one. That's just one. I promise you right now, there's hopefully they can go 10 for 10 in their targets on draft day like they apparently, at least as they tell us, went 9 for 9 on their free agent targets. Not sure if I'm believing that like to a T, but whatever. Like there have been reports out there that, and this is important, and he kind of hinted at this. Look, this isn't the draft where we want them and they have to come.
Right.
And there are reports out there that the Jags wanted Dahlman from the Falcons. He chose the Bears. That could also happen, whether it was the money or the situation or whatever the situation was. So, like some of these guys and by the way, we made Drew Dahlman into a big name awful quick, a guy you never heard of, but as recently as November. So I'm not even sure how fantastic it would be if you had him versus the Bucs guy.
Stuff. But we don't know. Correct. We don't.
Right.
When we start talking about offensive linemen, you don't know. You just
That's right.
Yeah.
Especially guards. Like tackles, you might have an idea because we feature them pre-draft a lot more than the guards. You got to be like a mock draft first rounder, and you have to be either like a crazy over the top NFL fan or do what we do, where you have to look at stuff just to keep up to know who guards are 3 years in.
If I was going to do the old Johnny Carson Karnak, if I say New York Giants, Cleveland Browns, and Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
What would be?
3 franchises that appropriately don't have a Q or a B in their names.
And there are 2 quarterbacks for 3 spots.
Yeah.
Right?
And not very good ones.
No.
Not great options.
Well,
and really, Aaron Rodgers can't play for the Giants.
Yeah, you wouldn't think.
You can't. You just played for the Jets, and they're.
Did you see the picture of Aaron Rodgers yesterday?
The fake one?
No.
Which one?
I don't know. Was it fake?
Which one?
I don't know if they're fake.
Is the one where he's doing the yoga stuff?
No.
Okay.
There was one, and I just thought of you when I saw it because you would have just went, oh, my God. So he has this, it looks like he has this blanket on around him.
All right.
And he's walking down the beach of Malibu.
Okay.
Pensively thinking, where am I going to go?
Yeah. Oh, the problem. What kind of sushi should I try the sushi burrito next time I'm in Jacksonville?
So
he's thinking about,
So Russell Wilson went and was in Cleveland yesterday and then goes to New York today.
He can't get a job. No one wants him. He goes to Cleveland. They don't want him.
Mason Rudolph did re-sign with the Steelers.
He may end up being their backup starter again.
And then, so those 3 are fighting over Wilson and Rodgers. And it's interesting. And
I don't know if they're fighting over him.
Well,
deciding if they want any of them is what it more feels like.
I don't know. It seems like now there's 3 spots for 2 quarterbacks.
Well, Russell Wilson, I think, is the odd man out there, isn't he?
Well, he's going to get one of them.
You think?
Yeah.
You don't think Aaron Rodgers will get one?
Rodgers and Wilson. 3 teams.
There's only 2 and there's 3, right? Rather than the other. Well, you're in deep water if you're fighting for those 2 dudes.
Yeah.
You're just delaying the inevitable, and you can't find a quarterback. You can't.
Which one would you take?
Of those 2?
Yeah.
I would take Rodgers.
I would too. Who would you take?
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Russ looks like he's completely devoid of anything that can beat another team. The
only thing about Wilson is does he give you a little more like team
mobility,
stability? Oh, that too.
Well, he's I don't know, dude.
He's not as nutty as Aaron.
He's not as nutty, but E.T., you know better than most. He's still he's
polarizing.
Yes,
still,
isn't he?
Amongst the team.
He's not super popular, is he? And within his own locker room, I'm not saying he's hated, but
right. He's not correct. Like that's what I would say.
He comes with like a little phone. There's a little phony in him. That's what some think.
A little flugazy.
Okay. Well, there you go. And that has nothing to do with Shabuzi, right?
Not that we know.
All right.
So anyway, we'll see. But that appears to be the situation. And then also, I think back to Tennessee. I saw that Chew went to Kansas City.
Good for him, by the way. What an awesome spot for Minshew. He'll go sit there for 10 years, bro.
Well, we say that. Well, he might take the Henny route, but Chew has bounced around the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, this is going to be perfect, dude.
Uh-huh.
He's got to lose that number 15, though, isn't he? That's got to take it here, buddy. You ain't gonna have that one here.
No, sir.
I think Minshew, that he's perfect there because he's nutty, but he also loves football. I can see him getting along with Andy Reid.
Yeah,
they're both kind of a little bit, and just stay there. But Shue will have to go in 3 or 4 times the next 6-7 years because Mahomes will have this injury or that. Might have one extended time. We learned Minshew got 1, 2, 3 cracks. He just ain't a starter.
Yeah,
this is not gonna happen. I mean, he had a chance to hold on to the starter job in Jacksonville. He had a chance to hold on to the starter job in Indy, and had a chance to hold on to the starter job with the Raiders. It couldn't do it with any of them.
Back to the tournament for a second. I'd like to ask you, what did
the golf tournament?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have the scoreboard up?
I can get it.
Can you give me a score for Ricky Castillo yesterday? Ricky Castillo.
Okay. I mean, I can try. I mean, can you say? I mean, I got 144 people. I'm scrolling through here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one way or the other.
He did okay. I think he had a good round.
Okay.
I think he'd be inside the cut.
Inside the cut? All right, let me go back up then.
Yeah, you missed him.
Well,
As you do that, I'll tell you this story. You know who Ricky Castillo is?
The name, no.
Well, he's a Gator golfer.
Okay.
And we were talking about how Billy Horschel had a great round yesterday, and Camillo had a great round. Florida Gator golfers don't normally do great out here, and
they don't. Ricky Castillo was 200 through 1 today.
Okay, he's off and running. Well, Victor Perez withdrew from the Players Championship, as did Jay Day, and Ricky Castillo was
got one of those,
second or third.
I think Bud Cauley got one of those too.
Yeah, and so
Bud's playing great too.
The Jacksonville guys who were here,
yeah,
I think somebody left thinking they weren't going to get in because Victor Perez withdrew Thursday morning.
No, and so if it's one of the locals,
he had a back injury, and he was to appear in his second. So Castillo comes in, 24 years old, and stands at number 137 in the FedEx Cup. That's for guys like this is a great opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
there seem to be, in part because more and more are relocating here, more of these young pros. It seems there's more Jacksonville tie-in to this year's tournament than ever. A lot of these dudes from Oberg being here.
Castillo lives here.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of guys here you're not even aware of that are living here.
Oberg, what's happened? And I heard one of the national guys talking about this, and I don't know who, but a lot of them, mostly when they make their hay, they go to Jupiter, right? But a lot of them are liking it here. A lot of the young guys, because they're getting another wave. Remember we had the young guys?
Yeah.
Probably about now 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
From
I can't
international
remember.
Type guys were living
here.
Yeah,
I can't even keep up with. We used to.
Yeah.
In TV, boy, we knew every single one of them.
Yeah.
I used to. Couldn't even tell you.
We've got another group that has made their way here, and there's a bunch of young guys who are kind of liking it.
There are a bunch of them.
Practice here and live here, and so
Smitter does a good job on that. In fact, the players insert They'll list all of those, and it's a thick list this year. And again, they're not all. You hit a good point. It's the young guys who come here and they get the privilege of all this practice facility.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a gorgeous practice facility. It's a gorgeous facility overall, man. If I were young like that, still trying to establish myself, not flush with millions of dollars of cash like the established players, you're darn right I'd get me a place out here at the beach, and this would be my home club. And this is where I'd come, the locker room I'd use, the facilities I'd use.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right, we're heading to the 8th.
I'd eat lunch there, Hick. I'd have a beer. We'd play our skins game.
All right.
This would be it.
Let's take a break. It's the 8 o'clock hour. Coming up, we're live at the Players. Round 2 underway.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by the Deck Guys and Beaver Chevrolet and Beaver Toyota. Round 2 of the Players Championship is officially underway. Just teeing off at 7:51, we have Eric Cole, Ben Griffin, and Max Grazerman on number 1. On the back 9 is Andrew Putnam, Charlie Hoffman, and Denny McCarthy. Teeing off at 8:02 on number 1, we have Jacob Bridgman, Chandler Phillips, and JJ Spawn. Spawn enters the day at the top of the leaderboard in a 3-way tie with Lucas Glover and Camilo Villegas. All are at 6 under, with Villegas making his start today at 8:35 on number 1. They are followed by a 4-way tie between Min Woo Lee, Billy Herschel, Akshay Bhatia, Max McGreevy, and Rory McIlroy. The PGA announced tickets for Saturday are sold out on primary channels. A very limited number remain for Sunday, available at theplayers.com/tickets. Parking is also sold out for Friday and Saturday, with a small number remaining for Sunday. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by the Deck Guys and Beaver Chevrolet and Beaver Toyota.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interests first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? He said, Hick, I'm going into concierge medicine. What's concierge medicine, doc? He said, let me tell you something. You're not feeling well, you need an appointment, you come see me that day. You don't have to wait a couple weeks to get in. You got a medical emergency, call me immediately. I'll get right back to you. 7 days a week. It's kind of like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as doctors, Rick Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Doc T's been in our community forever, so yearly he does it all. Yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, you name it, Doc T's got you covered. All right, so if that piques your interest and you got questions, mypvconcierge.com has all the answers. mypvconcierge.com, but make your decision because he's taking a limited amount of patients, and once he fills up, he done. mypvconcierge.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday and Saturday evening at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Join us Friday as the Icemen take on the Orlando Solar Bears for Wizards Night, presented by Florida Department of Health. Come out and wear your house colors. Then on Saturday, the Icemen close out their home set against the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Game time at 7. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-PUCK. Iceman hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. When you've been charged with a crime, you don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW. in the 904.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Jasmine Cross, senior flag football and basketball player at Fletcher High. Jasmine was all-conference last year and is a member of the National and Spanish Honor Societies. Congratulations, Jasmine.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic.
You're apo what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but...
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. I've heard people selling diamonds saying they have high-quality diamonds at rock-bottom prices. Can that happen?
Frank, that'd be like a Mercedes dealer saying they sold at the same price as a Yugo. That just doesn't happen in any industry, and people who believe it are always the ones looking for something too good to be true, and they normally find out later it was. In diamonds, when you talk about higher quality diamonds with credible diamond grading reports from GIA, AGS, or Forevermark, the prices are higher, but so is the quality and value. Now, for a customer to understand that, they have to try to learn things like going to the internet, but they're going to get confused because they don't have an expert to ask questions to. The best way to get answers is to come in one of our stores and ask one of our professionals what those questions are and have them explain real diamonds to you. The result will be you'll understand more about a diamond's quality, price, and value by coming in.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
This free agency profile is brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. Experience the universal difference.
Former Vikings tight end Johnny Munt is headed to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Although his receiving numbers as a tight end don't jump off the screen, it's what he does as a blocker that makes him such a key contributor on rosters. When it comes to getting the Jaguars offense back on track, the running game is going to play a key role. And rest assured, they'll look to Munt's elite blocking ability to help the Teal and Black in their run attack.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3. Somebody won that big old TV over there at Tyson. Remember?
Yeah, that was cool.
Lucky dogs. What the
Not
hell?
us. We didn't win.
Nah.
That's okay.
I mean, I stuffed the ballot box, too. I was putting all kinds of phony names in there.
Yeah.
Phony addresses. I opened 14 new, emails just so that I could do it.
Barry McSee's name in there, hoping they would read that.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Ouchie.
I put
Mike.
I put
Sam's brother's.
I put IP Daily in there.
I put Sam's brother Mike's name in there.
Yeah. A lot of names.
Don't want to do that over the loudspeaker.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Denny Thompson joins us now.
Sure he does.
He's the quarterback whisperer.
He whispers, he screams, he yells. Sure.
What's up?
It sounds like we all did the same thing. We all put the same names in the box. Can't believe we didn't draw it.
I know. Shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Doesn't seem right, does it?
What's going on? How many quarterbacks you got bopping around here these days?
Way too many this week, man. Way
Yeah.
too many. I thought it was for us, but now after, like I texted you a little while ago, Dan, now I'm realizing I think they're in town more for the players.
Yeah, they like to get out here. You might see some famous people here if you're not careful. I bet you that on that one.
Danny, I bet a lot of young quarterbacks
We've seen Josh Allen here before.
Can
He's
walk
probably
around
here.
anonymously, I would think.
Oh, yeah. None of our guys really, really complain about anything here in Jacksonville. They love coming here, whether it's the players or going out at the beach or whatever it is. All of them say the same thing. It's like we're largely unbothered here. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Denny, I saw a mock draft, and it wasn't, Billy's basement pinto bean draft.
Okay.
That had Shedeur Sanders out of round 1.
Oh, dear.
Now, I don't think there's any way in the world, because it's such a commodity. If you can find a way to make yourself take Kenny Pickett 18th, I think you're not going to let Shedeur Sanders get all the way through 32 picks. But point being, there's just more and more, evidence is not the right word, but there seems to be more and more thought that Shedeur Sanders is not an answer at quarterback. What say you? He certainly put up a lot of numbers. But I've heard, and you be more expert on this, he also, at least what I saw during the combine or when they were, talking about him, evaluating him on film, that he also can kind of stand around. Like a receiver's got to be standing there, and it's like a lot of Sandlot. Like, he's not hitting guys on timing and anticipating. It's more a guy will find a pocket and be standing there and they'll, rifle it in. So just will it be a mistake, or will it be a bonus for a team that drafts Shedeur Sanders?
Really didn't give me a way to ride the fence on this one at all.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
I wouldn't draft him in the first round. I'll put it that way. I do think some of those issues that are a little bit over talked about, because he was very productive, and I'm a big fan of, like, hey, if you can get away with doing things in college, then why would you do it a different way?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Had some line struggles and things like that at Colorado that I don't think is necessarily fair to call his fault. With that being said, though, I've been consistent on this. I think Cam is far and away QB1 and is first round good. And deserves that grade. Jackson, in my mind, has always been kind of a late first round, early second round guy. And outside of that, I don't know outside of that if there's anybody that's first 3 round guy.
So you're
that's in my, and I'm just going by traits and by what I've seen. Mm-hmm. Like for example, if you put Shedeur in last year's draft,
right?
What are we talking about here?
Well, they say he would be behind the 5 that went. Everything I've read, he'd be behind the 5 that went. So would Cam Ward. What I read.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was. Whoever it was that was ranking them, they ranked all of their first. We read this. One of the ESPN guys.
Yeah. Okay.
According to their pre-draft grades, both Ward and Shedeur and there's 23 quarterbacks. They'd be like 19 and 22 in order. Yeah, in order.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know that's. I mean, I don't think that's arguable when you look at the year that all those rookies had last year. I mean, we have that benefit at this point, right? And they all kind of worked to an extent, taking them that high. So I guess that makes sense. I also have, I want to be fair about this. I mean, I didn't have Brock as a top 3 round guy when we were training him, right? And he's ended up being, what he's ended up being. Yeah. We did think he was like a 4th round guy. But, I don't know. I just don't – there's something – when I watch Shedeur, I don't see the same thing that I see, obviously, when you watch Cam or when you watch a lot of guys. He's good. He's smooth. He's a good athlete. I don't know. Maybe I would have felt different about it. I don't think it has anything to do with his last name on my part, because I like Deion. I think it has more to do if he would have played in a power conference for a couple of years, what would it look like? And is that fair? I don't know if that's fair or not, but it is human perception. Right, like I sit there and watch what happens to these SEC guys every week. Like they're tested at that point. Yeah. I haven't seen that with Shedeur.
So your advice to Shedeur Sanders is, if invited to the draft in Green Bay, turn it down.
But I say all that, and then also I understand how important the position is.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't really believe he's going to fall out of the first round. I mean, that's what I think from an evaluation standpoint is what I just told you guys. But I don't really believe he'll fall out. I believe that there will be, 2 or 3 first round guys.
Denny, it's an interesting thing when a guy gets an opportunity as a first-round pick. Basically, the window is really now 2 years is max. I'm talking about AR a little bit here.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Okay, so we knew they were going to sign. Obviously, they said we're going to sign. So they signed Daniel Jones. So AR will go to camp, and this will be the most important time in his professional career because these guys, they get really, we can say all that we want, and there are reclamation projects. I get it. You know, Sam Darnold is a perfect example, Baker Mayfield. So you never know what the journey is. But generally speaking, if he gets beat out, even though he's so young, that's a tough situation for anybody. So this is a huge year for Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. Anthony has one huge advantage in that Anthony's so talented and has so much ability that he don't really have to worry about anybody else. As long as he just handles what he needs to handle and he continues to develop, he don't need anything else to happen because he's got such a rare skill set.
Right.
So that's a good thing for Anthony, right? Like just keep working. It don't matter who they sign.
Right.
At all. Like if you go out there and you're who we all think you are, you're going to be one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the league overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that will happen for Anthony. I do. He's working hard, and things are clicking. And I do believe that he's seen enough football that now we're going to start to see a little bit of that. But your point is very valid. It's even somebody that an entire city can rally around 2 years later, you look up and they're like discussing what happens if you don't work, and that 2 years flies by. But it's also the hardest league in the world. I mean, you have to take advantage of your opportunities when you get them. It's not fair, but it is. And I'm glad we have seen the reclamation project quarterbacks because I think it does leave that door open. I don't think that's what's going to happen to Anthony, but it does leave that door open.
I think you're right about that, yeah. And I think that those do occur now, and that's cool. But, yeah, and because of
those reclamation projects, though, and I can think of 2 of them that have been in the news and changed, like you're talking Geno Smith, Sam Darnold. Those guys had a lot more starts before their reclamation took place than the problem with Anthony, in addition, is he hasn't stayed healthy. How many starts has he made for Indy? How many does he have?
What is it, 8? 18? No, it's like 17, 18.
Has it said that many?
I believe so.
Yeah. He went into last year with an absurdly low number. And then last year, I think he
got most of them.
Yeah, he got most of them last year. So, I mean, it's not as shocking of a number, but it's still, to your point, Jeff, it's still under, 25 or 30.
There's just I get concerned about these middle ground guys, Denny, and there's not a ton of them. So it never becomes there is a group, and it's always quarterbacks who would be well served with another year of college or 2 for the experience. But at the same time, there's no way you can turn down the bird in hand that's in front of you, being a top 3 or 5 pick. A team takes a guy, they know he's not ready, but they say they're going to give him time to develop. But the only way he can really develop is to take live bullets in games. And after you lose 10, 12, 15 times, they abandon that ship. And there's just no allowance for, in a perfect world to me, Denny, and this is an unprofessional opinion, Anthony Richardson and about 5 or 6 other young quarterbacks be well served to be the UFL quarterbacks here for the next 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. See, just get it, and I know that's impractical and injury for 1,000 other reasons, but you get stuck behind. I just don't know how you make it up if he doesn't.
No, the developmental point is great.
I just don't know what you do.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
I don't know how you escape it, I guess.
It also goes the other way. And people don't talk about it this way, but it also goes the other way. And I'll use Carson as an example. If Carson would have come out in last year's draft, he would have been one of those first-round guys.
Right.
And then he goes back, and the expectation is so high that it's like, I'm not sure you are really developing as much as you're just learning how to deal with pressure, which is its own type of development, of course.
That's fair, yeah.
And so now he's got to have a big year to get back to where he would have been if he had left 2 years ago. But to your point, not to confuse everyone, but if he'd have left 2 years ago, what really would have happened?
Right.
And so you've got all of those questions all of the time. It is that's the reason why our business is what it is. Like it's such a weird, it's so circumstantial. Each person's situation is so different as far as development. I just don't think there's a cookie cutter. But the point of, is there a way that we can get these guys extra reps is definitely a valid point.
What do you think happens with Brock Purdy? In terms of, do you think is he going to sign his deal this year? What's the situation?
I honestly, I'm not dodging this. I honestly don't know. I just kind of assumed he was.
Yeah.
And I still am kind of going on that assumption. I would think he would be.
Right.
Especially with the moves that they've made. And I think he's proven that, while having those guys and having that system was very beneficial to a young quarterback, he's also a lot more than just that. I think even this year, there's just some plays that he made with all the injuries they had that you're like, oh, okay, wait, now this guy is in that conversation for a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the league for sure. So I think he should get paid. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out going forward. Josh Allen got paid again. So
yes, he did.
And nobody batted an eye. And yet he still hasn't gotten Buffalo to a Super Bowl. So that's the ultimate thing. But I heard Bosa yesterday talking about how Josh Allen called him and said, come sign here, man. If you win in this town, you can be immortalized forever, because obviously that's the goal. And you feel like at some point they're going to get there, and there's no denying how good he is. But it's a fascinating watch at every level. It doesn't matter who my point is, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Like even the guy, Patrick Mahomes this year, and he'll probably come back with a vengeance this year, but there'll be a little bit more. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are unless you win it all. The only guy who gets a free pass right now is Jalen Hurts. And you said this a month ago. If he loses 4 in a row, they'll be ready to change him out.
Yeah. I think guys like Mahomes have kind of passed that point where if you're complaining about Mahomes, then there's definitely just something wrong with you.
He'll reassume the position by September. This is a small blip because they just lost a Super Bowl. But he'll be right back where he should be.
But Denny, you asked this the other day, Jeff. Remember? What quarterback would you take right now?
And it'd be a mistake. We gave the wrong answer.
Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, or Lamar?
Well, the Burrow-Lamar are separate, and the Allen's Mahomes are
Allen,
separate.
Mahomes. And Denny, if you had your choice between Allen and Mahomes right now for the next 5 years, who would you take? At least he thought about it.
Yeah.
He thought about it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I probably would.
That'd be all us idiots that took Aaron Rodgers instead of Tom Brady, or Peyton Manning instead of Tom Brady.
Probably right.
Yeah, I believe that.
There's a winning
And Mahomes, by the way, has also proven if you really want me to go out there and be Johnny Throw It Around, I can get you 5,040 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but this is Mecole Hardman and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Marquez Valdez.
I mean, Scantling. And he's had just crying, and Noah Gray and Justin Watkins. I mean, what does he even have? And Kelsey, did you see the Kelsey, by the way? Did you see the line? It's a little old now, but it reminded me that Brady kind of inferred that if Travis Kelsey had paid more attention to the Super Bowl than
Taylor
Swift, maybe they'd have won the Super Bowl. And you see what Jason Kelsey said?
No.
And if Tom had paid more attention to his wife than the Super Bowl, maybe he'd still have a wife.
He said that?
I don't know if it's true, but apparently that's what he said on that.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Good for him.
But both of those guys though can do that. Both of those guys can win you a game either way.
All right, what about for the next 3 years? Would you take Lamar or Joe Burrow? These are good ones, aren't they?
Golly, that's so hard.
That's a hard one, man.
I'm gonna go with Lamar just because he can do a million different things. So
I went Lamar too.
I went Burrow.
I kind of surprised myself because I love Burrow, but man, you can't at some point, you can't deny what Lamar's doing, man.
Yeah. If I just did the exact same thing in my head, I'm thinking about how much I love Joe Burrow, but out of my mouth comes, I'll take Lamar.
Yeah,
so I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's unavoidable, that talent, and hopefully these guys get to experience winning the Super Bowl. Hopefully we don't talk about them in a lesser vein because they weren't able to win the big one. And I'm talking to you, Burrow, Allen, Lamar. And that's unfortunate because Trevor also plays in that conference, and we want him more than anyone. There's that. Did you have an overall thought on what the Jags did in free agency, going, more steak than sizzle?
Oh, I mean, we've tried the sizzle, and it didn't work. So I'm fine with trying the steak. I mean, I don't know half those guys. So I can't give an opinion on those guys, but they've got a ton of cap room, and they seem to have a plan. They're moving quickly. It doesn't seem like they care what the fans think. It seems like they're just trying to build the best football team that they can build, and that, most of the time usually works. So I'm here to see how it works out for sure.
Good deal. All right, Denny. Appreciate you as always, brother.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you all soon.
There he goes. Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer, joining us on the program. We'll take a break. We'll keep rolling.
You want to get Maddie? Talk a little golf with Matt Every? Let's ring Maddie up. All right.
Do that next here on The Drill.
All right, cool.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, the Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Performance Painting and Campione Law. Round 2 of the Players Championship is officially underway. Just teeing off at 8:02 on the back nine is Daniel Berger, Minwoo Lee, and Rasmus Hogard. Starting on number 1 was Jacob Bridgman, Chandler Phillips, and JJ Spawn. Spawn begins the day at the top of the leaderboard, just breaking a 3-way tie with Lucas Glover and Camilo Villegas. Spawn is 7 under through 1. He's followed by Minwoo Lee, who is 6 under through 1 and tied for second with Lucas Glover and Camilo Villegas. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Performance Painting and Campione Law.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round 1 of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Man, so happy to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, that's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. There's no pressure, just friendly help. From Justin Moore on down, great people over there. And whether you want a car or a truck like me, I got my boy Blue, the Silverado, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. And before you go there, go to morechevy.com. That's more with an E because it's easy to navigate. Because any site you'll try has all the vehicles, has sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use, man. George Moore Chevrolet. Can't say enough good things about him. Appreciate him so much. Together, let's drive.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010xl.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Miller Lite, and bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have 2 choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance millions. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beards has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses in fine print. Beards has all the top designers, including Tacori and Viraggio. Beards doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned, with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beards Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beards in the St. John's Town Center.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Amelia Tucker, senior varsity track and field and soccer player at Wilson High. Amelia is involved with student government and is a member of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Amelia.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
Yo, ET here. And spring in Clay County means one thing and one thing only. The award-winning Clay County Fair. And it's more than just rides and concerts. It's an experience. Savor the flavors of classic fair treats. Explore family-friendly attractions and enjoy the perfect mix of small-town charm and big-time fun. Plan your trip with Explore Clay. Clay County Tourism, and turn your visit into a getaway. Find the best places to stay, eat, and explore at exploreclay.com. And don't forget to share your fair adventures with hashtag ExploreClay.
Happy New Year from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Start 2025 off right by keeping your car running smoothly. Whether you're traveling for work or heading out on a weekend getaway, their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle is in top shape. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule maintenance, repairs, or tire service. With Big Chief Tire's trusted care, you'll tackle every journey ahead with peace of mind. Start the year strong. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, welcome back.
Panera's packed with flavors.
What just happened?
YouTube cut my music off.
Who did?
YouTube. There we go.
Hey, I need an over-under from you.
Okay.
On the number of transfusions you've had this week.
This week?
Yeah, this week.
Ooh. All right. I would put that over under at. I ain't gonna lie, bro, like 14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
And you still have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to go.
Right. It's probably more than that. It's probably more than that.
Probably more than that?
Yeah, but that's a safe number, about 14.
Yeah, safe. Let's go safe. I like that.
That's just the transfusions, though.
Oh, dear. Oh, heavens. We got great college baseball this weekend as well. I mean, obviously a lot of focus on the players, but we got the River City Rumble, and then Florida plays Tennessee. Undefeated Tennessee starting in a 3-game set up at Knoxville. So a great test for the Gators. Kind of find out where your program is. It's not the end-all, be-all, but, you want to go up there and perform well. And if you can make a statement, it's a great time to make a statement. It's still early. We're only in, mid-March. We go all the way to May with college baseball, so long way to go. But, yeah, interesting. Interesting to see how they do with that coming up. And, they want to play with the big boys, and they're the defending national champs, and they're undefeated to start the year. So I would say that they're the big boys. So you go up there, and if you could take 2 out of 3, successful weekend for sure. So that's fun to watch. And then, of course, here at home, JU and UNF get going as well. There was a great ending to a college basketball game last night late. If you weren't up, that was Oklahoma and Kentucky. Kentucky was about to blow it. They fell behind, and then they hit basically a buzzer beater to knock out Oklahoma and advance in the SEC tournament. Gators get going tonight. Todd Golden has said, look, I want to win the SEC tournament, and I like that. I like that attitude. Anytime we play, listen, there is a lot of with this 27-4 season, confidence and expectation level for this Gator basketball team, and the expectation level is, that they should, win the SEC tournament or at least get to the finals, and that they should be playing for a spot in the Final Four. I mean, that's how good they have been this year. So it will be fun to watch them over these next few weeks. They could play as many as 9 basketball games. Cooper Flagg went down with an injury yesterday. It looked bad. And thankfully, from what I can tell, they were saying, well, he probably won't play. Thank you. In this game, they play Carolina coming up. He probably won't play, but it doesn't sound like it looked like they were talking about. Do you remember Cincinnati and Kenyon Martin? Kenyon Martin get hurt right before the tournament.
Right before.
Cincinnati
they were like the number 1 seed.
Number 1,
and maybe even undefeated.
Yeah, that's kind of how I remember it.
Yeah.
And so.
Flag, it's the old X-rays were negative.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah.
But it's too bad. It takes the shine off of that game tonight. It looks like North Carolina's played their way in.
Yeah, they're still in the.
He got them in the last 4 in.
Last
now.
4 in.
Yeah.
Last 4 in.
To be honest with you, look, I think this doesn't speak. And we've talked. It's not just the SEC and some teams with losing records. There are teams from these other conferences with losing records, Big 12 and Big 10, that are going to get in. And I think rather than misplacing the blame with the committee and some substandard SEC teams, it's just a trickle down, perhaps, of what the mid majors and what they're not going to be able to do anymore. And then the transfers are going to the big programs. They're going to the major schools. Yeah. And so maybe some of these, maybe it's going to be harder for Wake Forest to compete with, even Georgia, right? Or Texas in basketball, or some of these
That's a fair point.
Traditional basketball schools. But the point I was going to make is I think a lot of these and again, I'm comparing it to Florida, who I know is so good and I've seen them do it, but man, there ain't no way Mississippi State or Georgia or Arkansas or Texas A&M or Mississippi, none of those teams are winning the Natty. None of them are going to the Elite Eight or Final Four, if you ask me.
Right.
And I can say the same thing about the middle to back end of some of these other big leagues, but I would also say the same thing about, who else ain't going? Gonzaga. Neither is St. Mary's. Yeah. I mean, neither is Xavier. Neither is Villanova. Neither is UConn. A lot of teams that traditionally got a at least a good, solid puncher's chance don't seem to this year.
The beauty of the tournament is it's always easy to play chalk, and it very rarely ends up chalk. And I will promise you guys this: one of your top seeds is going to get knocked out and sent home early.
Maybe at 8, yeah.
And another one will get knocked out in an upset.
The one thing about that this year is it sure seems as the further along we get, the top 8 seem a lot better than the rest than other years.
We'll see.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I think have you ever been more confident about a Florida team going into the tournament? I mean, I may be as confident as I was. It's far from this standpoint. They're winning those first 2 games.
Yeah.
When they play lesser teams, they beat the hell out of them every time they move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think the 8 seed, whether it's UConn or Gonzaga or anybody else, they'll beat them by double digits, 83-72 or 95-81 or whatever. I think.
Yeah.
Now, but don't ask me to give you that same assurance against Tennessee, Alabama, Houston, Duke, Auburn. I don't have that same confidence against those teams as I do, more than I would in other years against good teams, but not, elite teams.
Yeah.
Upper echelon
teams.
teams.
It's been a great ride, but you want it to culminate in something.
And
You might
that's
be culminating
correct.
Something you don't
Yeah.
want to lose that first weekend, second
Right.
game.
Yeah. Just winning a game isn't enough. No, this is a really, really good team. And by the way, you don't want to think of it in these terms now, but it's a total rebuild next year, especially if Condon goes pro. You're losing Richard, Clayton, and Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the three big. Yeah. The three big. Now you still got Aberdeen. You still got some guys. But if you lose Condon and those three, you're not going to have this kind of team. You're not going to be top 5.
No, this is a great shot.
It's a really great shot. So,
great shot.
Well, and I think it's important. And I think they will beat Missouri tonight. I think they'll go out and beat them by 10, 15 points. I really do. I think that's the kind of mindset. That's what their coach is telling them to do, and I like that too. Florida ain't some position to be doing anything but trying to win every time they take the court.
Yeah.
As a program.
Yeah. Well, we should have a great day out here. It's beautiful. There is not a wisp of wind right now.
They're going already, by the way. I saw some low numbers when I was.
You should go low. You got to go low today. You got to make. I was talking to Beaters over there, Beaton Bar weather guy from the TV side. He said 3-4 o'clock Sunday, thunderstorms rolling in. So I wonder
if they go early Sunday, it's a possibility.
Can they get done by 3 or 4?
Yeah, if they go. Well, I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Of course they can. Yeah, but they may have to go at 8 in the morning instead of 10 or noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get done by then.
But I think they're gonna. Now I don't know. I know they don't like that because of television.
No, but oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the golfers don't particularly love it because that first tee time will be at 7:45 instead of 9:15.
Yeah.
JJ Spawn is 1 under through 1. He's now the sole leader at 7 under. Minwoo Lee has made an early birdie. He birdied his first hole.
I got him in the playoff,
which is number 10, which is a hard one.
Yeah.
So he is already to -6. Let's see. I saw Rory, but looks like he's dropped a shot.
Oh no. No.
Let's see what we got here.
No, Rory. No. Don't start my day like that.
Wait, maybe did I look at the wrong?
Hopefully.
Maybe I missed him up here. I must have missed him. Let's go back to the top here. Villegas is 6. Batia and McGreevy are 5. Isn't that where Rory should be?
Oh no, yes.
Yeah, Billy Horschel, he's down to 4. Then I got a bunch of guys at 4, 4, 4. Cauley, Fowler's 4.
Double off the
I still don't see Rory, dude. I mean, I'm now down to the 3s. Coles, Highsmith, McIntyre, Eckroat, Knapp, Scheffler. No, he does. Scheffler is playing with Rory, right?
Yeah.
They got him not teed off yet. They just don't have. Somehow they don't have Rory on the board. Hick. Hey, PGAtour.com. Let's talk to Matt Everett. Let's get the expert opinion from inside the ropes next on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update is brought to you by Roundtree Sod. It's a beautiful day out at TPC Sawgrass. It's 59 degrees at 8:30 as round 2 of the Players Championship is officially underway. So far at the top of the leaderboard is JJ Spawn, who is 8 under through 2. He's followed by Minwoo Lee and Rory McIlroy at 6 under through 1. 3 of the world's top golfers, number 1, Scottie Scheffler, number 2, Rory McIlroy, and number 3, Xander Schauffele, are paired together for the first 2 rounds. Scheffler is the 2-time defending Players Champion. He's looking to make history as the first to secure a three-peat at TPC Sawgrass. Yesterday, the marquee trio started on the front 9 at 129. Today, they switched to the morning wave and just began their rounds on the back 9 at 824. They'll be followed by Colin Morikawa, Adam Scott, and Tommy Fleetwood at 8:35 on the back 9, then Keegan Bradley, Patrick Cantlay, and former Players Champion Ricky Fowler at 8:46. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Roundtree Sod.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but I remain and love my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Experience, expertise, knowledge, That screams Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, Reed Woodgate, Chris Bryan, and Jeff Hartman. Those are the ITP partners. And what they will do is they'll sit down with you and they'll listen to you and set your goals, and it becomes their priority. My goals are different than, say, my son's, who's a lot younger than me, obviously, and was more willing to take risks than me, who kind of wants to, be careful. So they're there to help. They're there to figure it out. They're there to give you advice if you want it. They're always there to help. Easy to get a hold of Chris at ITPpartners.com, Chris at ITPpartners.com, or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP partners, my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial will not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantees of future performance or success.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Tired of spending all day looking for a new truck? Then stop. At Garber Auto Mall, you can see every new American-made truck side by side. Chevy, GMC, Buick, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us at GarberAutomall.com or in Green Cove Springs. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Are you having trouble selling your home or coming to a decision to sell your home because you hear some of the problems people are running into? Recent talk about interest rates, economic uncertainty. Is now the right time to sell? Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? Here's the good news. You don't have to figure that out by yourself. Hire the friendly, no-pressure, experienced agents. They eat and sleep Jacksonville real estate. Call my agents Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Chad and Sandy can do it. They do it with a bottom line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's right. At agreed upon terms, it's as simple as that. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move-in date. Jonathan Mount Pleasant said the only thing standing between me and my dream of traveling in my RV was the sale of my Mount Pleasant home. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and boom, 3 days, multiple offers. That's ChadandSandy.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday and Saturday evening at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Join us Friday as the Icemen take on the Orlando Solar Bears for Wizards Night, presented by Florida Department of Health. Come out and wear your house colors. Then on Saturday, the Icemen close out their home set against the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Game time at 7. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-PUCK. Icemen hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and there's so many cool products that are on the line at Cycles of Jacksonville. The showroom is Atlantic and Regency, and we're talking, Greg, you've got from any level of price point, the experienced rider to the inexperienced on-road, off-road.
We've got it. We've got ATVs, we've got motorcycles, we've got scooters, we even have the new Honda boats. We've got something for everyone.
Don't forget about the boat line from Honda. It's all right there, waiting for you. Atlantic and Regency or Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Need or want cash? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn has cash available, ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
We are
Soak
live
it in.
here at the Players.
Beautiful morning.
We're going to bring in the man, the myth, the legend. There's one of the many. Just goes national right off of us.
Yeah?
Or along with us, or in front of us, or however you want to describe it.
Matthew Every?
Yeah, two-time winner of Bay Hill, Dan. I don't know if you know that.
I knew that.
Clothier extraordinaire with the Live Forever golf brand.
I knew that.
Gator,
great Gator.
Great Hall of Fame Gator.
Won the Heisman Trophy for golf. The Ben Hogan Award,
Sure.
I believe is what it's called.
I mean, his reputation precedes him everywhere he goes.
It's always fun to say, you know Matt Every?
Everyone loves Matty.
You get a big smile.
He's also Joe Everyman. He's got some Gatsby in him. Everyone loves Matty.
Yeah.
Like in all different walks. He's Joe Everyman.
Yeah.
Rub elbows with Jacksonville's elite, or take it out to Hyde Park, baby.
Or hang with us.
A bunch of
Couple
schleps.
slappies.
It's time to play. Matt Every. Know your own life. Okay, this is your life, Matt Every.
Oh, okay.
You were in the Players. You were fortunate enough to play in the Players 6 straight years. Can you tell me what years those were, from win to win?
Okay.
Ooh, 6 straight. Let's go 11. Let's start in 11. Am I right?
So you're going to go 11 to 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed. It's 12 to 17.
So,
It's close. Close. How many cuts did you make in those 6 tries?
not a lot. Maybe one or two.
2. You got 2.
Two.
Okay.
What was your best finish at the Players?
Oh, man. I want to say I cracked the top 30. This was a terrible track for me.
By the way, it's terrible. T26. Yeah, I know, just terrible. T26 in 13. I mean, you should be apologizing on your way out the door. And then in 15, you had a T42. So it's interesting because
Do you have his scores from T26?
I'd have to look.
Okay.
I don't have it. I'm just looking at his results.
What's his low round? What's your low round here, Matty?
Dan, it's not low.
It's not low.
I mean, maybe in the tournament. I don't know. I have no clue. 300 or 400, maybe.
Okay.
What is it about this place, Matty? And what is it about horses for courses? It's real.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think here it's horses for courses, though. So here you just have to be on your game. I mean, you can't really run from it. I mean, 4 days, it's hard to fake it around this place for 4 days. If you have any kind of weakness, it's going to show up, especially when any weather pops into the equation. And look, we're going to get a golf course today that's gettable, for the most part, again, if you play well. But I think the weekend's going to be a different story when the wind picks up.
You said something really interesting there. You can't run it. You can't hide it. You can't. I can't forget the exact phraseology you just used. But Rory did that yesterday. But that could be a harbinger for be careful, because he did not hit it good yesterday, Matt. He drove it in He drove it in right trouble. Probably 5 of his 14 tee shots were, not just right, but like trouble, and he just got out of it every time. He putted great. Made those 4 straight birdies he made there around the turn, which got him in there. He started this morning with a birdie on 10, but to your point, it's a very interesting way to say it. It's not a horses for courses. This is a week where you can't be off your game. You better have your game in tune, huh?
Yeah. What do you think about Rory taking that kid's phone in the practice round?
Well, you know who the kid was, right?
Yeah, he plays like a stud college golfer.
Yeah, I don't like that, Matty. I don't like the kid.
I don't think you should. I don't think either one is right, but I don't know. I think if you take any side,
I wouldn't give him my phone.
No, well, the bottom line is, if you say Rory's soft, then you're just endorsing being an a-hole in life. And I don't know why he would stand next to a tee. Nobody here who says that would, at the grocery store today, standing in line, have somebody make a similar comment to them and just take it. So. You're at an event. Just don't be a jerk. I don't know.
He won the hate.
I know. It's weird. It's a weird deal. And that matters more that he is a golfer. He should know better. Stay in your lane, buddy. This guy will take you out back and you call yourself a golfer. This guy's 1,000 times better than you. How dare you say anything? That's what made it worse for me.
I didn't like it.
Well, right? Potentially this kid could be playing with Rory in 3 or 4 years.
You would think he would if he just
the woodshed.
Yeah, it was. I'm amazed that kid did that, and then he really was kind of wasn't like a heartfelt apology. Like, I mean, that's a big screw up. Like, if I was him, I would have been begging for forgiveness to the point that Rory would have said when asked about it, yeah, it's fine. That he was just a dumb kid from Texas, no big deal, But Rory just kind of blew right past it when he was asked about it. I want to ask you a question, Matt Every, about the course yesterday. I thought it was ripe for scoring conditions. So I predicted somebody would shoot a 64 yesterday. We got 3 66s, but was it set up a little bit harder yesterday, or because there was no wind, it was beautiful. I know they can dry it out quick, but we had a ton of rain on Sunday, Monday. I thought for sure somebody would have went low yesterday, and I mean 66 is fine, but I just thought it would have been a little bit better.
I'm with you. Look, I didn't go out there yesterday, but the lack of wind and we had some rain earlier in the week. I figured guys would tear that place up. I have a buddy staying with me this week. He caddies for Bo Hostler, and he said that there were some tricky pins out there yesterday, and the rough is up this year more than normal. And it's always up, but I guess it's super healthy this year. And I don't know, that could have something to do with it, Dan. But I'm with you. I thought the scores would have been a little bit lower yesterday.
Yeah, it was interesting to me, and so we'll see. But today you got to make a move because, like you said, the winds are going to kick up tomorrow. I think they said 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts. We got rain coming in Sunday around 3. So I don't know if they'll move it up because it's thunderstorms, they were saying. So
I mean, you're going to go. I mean, you're talking about just like incredibly different, environment. And by the way, they said because the winds are coming in, they're going to have to let the greens. They can't keep the greens as fast. They're going to have to slow them up just a little bit because they're saying those winds could blow. Kevin was telling me this morning 30, 35 miles an hour.
Oh,
that is a big deal, Matt Every, as you know.
That's a massive deal. And
is that the biggest variable? Like of all the things that you could have, either it could be super cold or it could be raining, or is wind the hardest one to play in?
Mm-hmm. Wind, I would say. Yeah. By far. I mean, if it rains too hard, you're not going to play.
Sure.
It's more of a pain in the butt. Rain's more of a nuisance than anything. It's dealing with rain gear and umbrellas and stuff like that. But wind is, when you walk off the course, that day feels about 2 hours longer than it was. It's a long day. You're grinding out there. If I'm a guy like Ludwig today, and I go out and shoot 3 or 4 under par and get myself right back in this golf tournament, the quality of strike on your golf ball is going to matter so much this weekend. You're going to see the elite guys that have hung around the first 2 days separate Saturday and Sunday with their good stuff. If we get the weather we're predicted to get.
How did our I saw Rico was 1 over or 1
I think
under?
he finished 1 or 2 over.
Rico Hoey?
Was that one of your first timers?
Yeah, him and Fish.
A bunch of the other first timers did good, by the way.
No,
Bridgman, I saw a few of them that did good. I don't think Fish did much either.
What?
Well, look, that Bridgman kid you're talking about, has got good form coming into this week. He's had 2 good weeks at Honda and Bay Hill, and these kids come out of school now with 0 scar tissue and 0 fear, and that stuff doesn't really surprise me anymore.
I'd love to see Villegas hang around. I'd love to see Billy hang around. I like the young Gators. I like the Toasty kid and the Castillo kid, and like to see some of those boys make some noise this week. That'd be fun for us.
It'd be cool. It'd be all Billy. It wouldn't shock me to see him late on Sunday here, especially if he's found some form this week. But Camilo, what a story that would be, and just keep this in mind too. If that wind picks up on the weekend, Camilo is one of the better, lower ball flight guys on the PGA Tour. He kind of lives on that stinger, or that low ball flight off the tee. So that could play into his hands. He might just have one more day where he needs to get by here with good conditions, go out and shoot maybe 2 or 3 under, and then rely on his artistry the rest of the week. That's kind of what happens. You can throw the TrackMan out the door when the wind picks up. There's no more stock thing. It's all about creativity and finding a way to get the ball in the hole.
Who are some of the greats that are good at that, or are they all? You know what I'm saying? Like if it comes down to we're talking about the top 10 in the world are battling in those conditions, is it Scottie? Is it the guy like the obvious ones that
I want the mentally tough guys. Yeah, I want the mentally tough guys, the guys that produce wins when they get in. Get into that spot, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's weird, Matty, and I want to ask you about this because the whole number 6, I don't remember. I don't remember in the old days with the tree it being that big of a deal.
Did anybody hit it? Was there an issue yesterday?
I think those guys.
No,
I don't think
it's not. That tree's not an issue. It's more for just aesthetics. But
it's a great visual. It really is a cool visual. Yeah.
It's a very cool visual. And I remember playing it. Back in the day when I first moved here, even in college, we'd come over and play, and it was never in play. I mean, if you wanted to try and hit it, you could hit it for sure. But if you're just up there hitting your normal shot, it should not be.
And you could hit. They hit driver there.
Yeah.
If it's
if they want to.
Driver,
yeah.
You can. I mean, it's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no worries.
Most of them were hitting 3-wood yet. They're just kind of sliding a 3-wood under there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff, were you out walking that Creator Classic Wednesday afternoon? Did I see you out there?
No, I took a pass on that, buddy. I didn't want to run. I didn't want to bump into you because I know it's a hidden passion of yours, and I thought you might be incognito.
I knew you'd be watching the Caddy golf show out there, so I stayed away from that group.
That's your girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, listen, your people didn't exactly represent. I'm talking to you, Wesley Bryan. Huh?
That is your people.
Yeah, PGA. It's PGA Tour, buddy. Wesley Bryan. So
I don't understand that at all. Like this whole YouTube. I mean,
I know you don't.
I know you don't. I'm okay. No, listen. I'm okay with like the Fat Perez's of the world and those guys. Absolutely, like entertaining, different. But I'm not. I don't understand the obsession with like some rich kids from Dallas that didn't make it to the PGA Tour and just like filming themselves. It just what are we doing? What are we doing?
I know.
Who are you?
I know. It's fandom, dude. That's today. It's social media today. It's Instagram, TikTok.
And Maddie, they were getting those autographs from them too. They're getting those autographs when they were walking down 17.
Tell you what.
Hey, can you sign my thing?
I know what annoys you, and it annoys me too, is that we stop. I'm okay. Here's the problem with the Creator Classics, and the PGA Tour can't grasp this.
Why did you do it, Maddie? Why?
But here's why. I'm gonna be serious. I'm not gonna go off on some rant. Here's the problem. Don't ever do it again. But here's why. The YouTube is entertaining because they edit it. You just see the highlights. It moves. Doom, doom, ding, dot, doom, boom, bop. Not this watching Gabby Golf Girl or Roger Steele or Berkshire, stand over a ball for a minute and a half talking about it with their pseudo caddy like they're on tour. Stop it. You made a birdie. Congratulations. We all do with a handicap under 10. Knock it off. That's the part that annoys me. I'm with you. I'm the Bob Does Sports crew, and even Bob got on people's nerves, killing Jacksonville a little bit. But Fat Perez, my man Fat Perez gave the only significant highlight of the whole event when he did the better than most putt there on 17.
Yeah,
that was great. I think what bugged me about it, Maddie, and watching it, because I don't follow it, and I don't know those guys, so I'm just watching a bunch of dudes out there and ladies playing golf that are taking forever between shots,
right?
And taking it way too I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm a bad golfer.
See, on YouTube though,
I'm like, go hit the ball. What are we doing?
If it was on YouTube, if it was on Barstool's Golf Channel, whatever the dude's name was, his 61, they would have deek dook deek deek dook dook deek dook dook. It would have taken a minute, and it would have been funny.
Yeah.
And he would have just throw in one on highlight, one action shot. But when you got to watch it play out, it's just slow and unentertaining.
Oh,
to be honest with you,
it was not great.
It's not like what these Creator Classics and what they show live. It's not anything at all like what YouTube golf is. It's just taking the YouTube golfers and putting them in something else. It's just not the same.
I would personally, I would have rather watched a collection of
celebrities.
Sure. Play.
And
people I know.
When did we start calling these people creators?
I don't know. The content creators is what they are.
Also a good question.
Posters is what they are. They post.
Yeah.
Video posters. You got a winner for us here, Matthew? What do you got?
I do.
Pre-tournament pick, please.
Yeah, because Matt was on the whole live bet. They made him the bet expert there for a while.
Oh, they did.
Oh yeah, the ESPN bet expert. He's who you turn to for all your.
Who's your pre-tournament pick?
Ludwig.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Are you sticking with that?
Yeah. Well, we started the day. You got it in at 1 under yesterday. So what? 5 or 6 back. He's totally fine. It's
okay.
Play 72 holes for a reason, boys.
All right, now that's all fine and dandy. I got you, big shot. But you now have the opportunity, knowing what you know after one round, to offer a after a round 1 pick. So you literally think, I'm not saying can he still win. If you had to pick a winner now based on the scoreboard and the starts that guys have gotten off to, would you be off of Ludwig and on to someone else?
I'll give you one. He did play good yesterday, and I just think he's old enough, and I could totally see him handling this moment right now. And I think the golf course fits him nicely, and that's Lucas Glover. He's one of the better ball strikers on the tour, and
he's kind of an old warhorse now too. He's got a toughness about him.
Extremely accurate driver of the golf ball. And look, if you drive it good here, you can play this place well. But if you get a little bit offline, it's a battle.
He's also evidence. He's also evidence that negative reinforcement can work.
Oh, stop!
I knew you were going to say something.
It doesn't have to be positive reinforcement.
Knew it was coming, man.
Sometimes negative reinforcement works.
But Dan, I'll just tee him up. That's what I do.
I know you do. You did it about 3 times. You did it with Potter. You did it with the Content Creator Classic. You just did it with Lucas Glover.
Yes,
you're taking over for me.
Great assist, man. He was an assist guy down there in Daytona in high school.
Pass the ball.
Point guard, Matt Every. Huh? I can see Matty out there playing little hoops in high school. Did you play high school hoops, Matty?
I did, Mainland High School.
Yeah.
Shout out Mainland. You and Vince Carter.
Shout out. Me and
Vince a little older than you or younger? Vince a little older than you, isn't he?
Yeah. He's older.
Yeah.
All right.
My brother.
Appreciate you, my man.
Appreciate you.
I'll talk to you.
See you, Matty.
There he goes. That's Matt Every. Some
Love
guy. 2-time Bay Hill champion. All right, let's come back. It's the 9 o'clock hour at Friday at the Players. Oh my goodness.
Nasty.
Yes, sir.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update is brought to you by Surfside Pools and Spas and Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and AC. It's a beautiful day out at TPC Sawgrass. It's 60 degrees at 9 o'clock as round 2 of the Players Championship is officially underway. Just teeing off at 8:57 on number 1 is Nico Echeverria, Eric Van Rooyen, and Kevin Yu. On the back 9 is Akshay Bhatia, Tom Kim, and Nick Dunlap. So far at the top of the leaderboard is JJ Spawn, who is 8 under through 2. He's followed by a 3-way tie at second between Minwoo Lee at 6 under through 2, Rory McIlroy at 6 under through 1, and Lucas Glover, who tees off at 140 on the back 9 and is at 6 under through round 1. 3 of the world's top golfers, number 1 Scottie Scheffler, number 2 Rory McIlroy, and number 3 Xander Schauffele, are paired together for the first 2 rounds and just teed off at 8:24 on the back 9. Scheffler is the 2-time defending Players champion. He's looking to make history as the first to secure a 3-peat at TPC Sawgrass. Yesterday, the Marquee Trio started on the front 9 at 129. Today, they switched to the Morning Wave. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Surfside Pools and Spas and Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic and AC.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hey, you ready to reclaim your backyard? Hicken here from my friends at Surfside Pools, serving Northeast Florida since 1977. The trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated. They offer pool service, and I use them frequently. Equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your your backyard into the oasis that you crave. If you're ready to float happy, visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666, 246-2666. They've made my backyard pool look like the Caribbean. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
Hi, this is Dale Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hi, it's Rick Ballou. I hope you'll join me and some former NFL players for an incredible event at the end of March, the Lone Warrior Foundation 2025 Champions of Hope Charity Golf and Tennis Challenge. March 31st at Marsh Landing will support single-parent families in their fight against cancer. An opportunity to win sensational prizes, but more importantly, we will bring meaningful hope and support to the lives of families affected. To sign up, go to LoneWarriorFoundation.com. That's LoneWarriorFoundation.com.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
It's the college basketball playoffs, and Hurricane Grill & Wings has slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts with 30 bold wing flavors, ice-cold drinks, handcrafted cocktails, and big screens everywhere. Watch all the action at Hurricane Grill & Wings.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
One thing that separates Beard's Diamonds from those other jewelry stores at the town center, no one's paid on commission.
Nobody at Beard's is on commission. That's more of your corporate stores that pay commission.
Beard's owner, John Lupo, says that means no pressure, no hidden agenda, no extra markups.
And you're getting a better deal. You're not paying the corporate commission. You're not paying the salesperson's commission. But if they're paying your salespeople commission, you're starting off in the hole.
And that's why you feel like a number at most jewelry stores, because it's all about making the sale, but not at Beard's.
Because it's a corporate atmosphere and they want to sell you what they want to sell you. We're here to sell you what you want. Our salespeople can do whatever they want to make sure that the customer is happy.
So relax. At Beard's Diamonds, they have all the things you want, like quality education, selection, warranties, and none of the stuff you don't want, like pressure and tacked on commissions.
Nobody's making an extra 5 or 10% on Beard's customers.
Beard's Diamonds, the town center's only locally owned jeweler.
We sell better merchandise, better product for less money, guaranteed.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
When I play golf isn't all that great. My best round is a 108. and my friends are just as crappy as me. I didn't go to PV high school. Surfer girls never looked at me. But every year since I was young, I never missed the TPC.
Holiday drums, that's where I wanna be. Watching the players turn holiday drums, rolling with frosting.
Watching the players turn. Look at all those players, golfing stars. They're all so beautiful and clean. When the caddies scrub their clubs, they get the spaces in between. I wanna live a life like that. I wanna birdie 17. Take my picture with Scott, 'cause I'm the next big thing.
Holiday drums, that's where I wanna be. Watching the players turn holiday drums, rolling with frosting. Watching the players turn.
The truth is, I don't stand a chance. It's something that you're born into, and I just don't belong. No, I don't. I'm just a 10-10 radio star, and I will always be that way. I might as well enjoy my life and watch the players play.
Holiday drums, that's where I wanna be. Watching the players turn holiday drums, I'm rolling with frosting. Watching the players turn holiday drums, holiday drums, holiday drums. Let's go, holiday drums, TPC.
There is a golf guide here at 17.
Yes, there is.
It's kind of like a remix, kind of a
remix.
redo.
Redo.
Reissued. Yeah. The golden anniversary.
Re-released.
Re-released. That's the term I'm looking for. All right, Scotty's made a birdies to 4 under.
Okay.
Rory birdied 10, but then on 11 just made a par, so he's 6 under par.
Uh-huh.
And so we're going to have big names. We're going to have locals on the leaderboard and all kinds of good stuff happening out here. What a terrific day. That Friday here in Jacksonville is probably a top 3 party day all year long. I'd say Friday
Probably,
TPC, Friday Florida, Georgia, 4th of July, New Year's Eve. That's probably the top 4.
Probably less golf watch today than any day if you're coming out here.
For sure. Because even Saturday and Sunday, because then you get the people who are golf fans but had to work all week.
Yeah.
It's not, by far, the biggest party atmosphere environment is Friday.
Yeah.
It always is. It feels a lot more golfy on Saturday and Sunday than it does today. But today is for sure. Man, there's literally a buzz, a hum, a buzz in more ways than one out there in that whole 17 area. You get to be about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Those chalets are firing. And, I mean, this place it can be the world's biggest singles bar. It can be the world's biggest sports bar. It can be the world's biggest walk in the park and watching golf. I mean, it's just so much going on. And Friday is the day at TPC for sure.
Yeah, it's great.
I have we've talked about this before, days gone by and, reliving the...
By the way, do the Gators play? I didn't see the result last night.
They play Missouri.
Missouri? That's what I figured.
Remember the old days? It was about this time of year, maybe a little closer to summer, where you could start looking forward to going to the old newsstand and getting your college football magazine.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit after
Early,
this, typically, but now that they've gone online, you can get some of that same info we used to like getting from the college football magazines. It now will just get posted on Sporting News or Street and Smith, or in this case, Athlon. And Athlon that's one of the more reputable preseason magazines, right?
Yeah.
When you say Athlon, Sporting News, Street and Smith, Lindy's.
Yeah.
Those were the 4.
Sure.
Probably like when you got real nuts and bolts back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Athlon has put out, this is the and in some cases current spring practice edition, at a ranking of all 136 college football teams for the 2025 season.
Okay.
So we're going to play Guess Where They Are.
Okay, I like that.
Georgia, Miami, FSU and Florida.
Out of 136.
136 at the very top, numbers 1 to 10. Go. Georgia, Miami, Florida State, Florida. Where are they out of 136?
Georgia's going to be 8.
Georgia is 4th.
Okay.
Seems a little high changing the quarterback and some other issues, but we'll see. They got some O-line replacements.
Right.
By the way, the top, just so you know, they go Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, and Notre Dame 5th.
Okay. I'll take Florida next.
Okay.
I'll take Florida at 14.
That's in some ways a very good answer, but in others, a wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's number 15.
Okay.
Very good.
All right.
But they weren't next.
Miami's ahead of them.
That they are. Let me read what they say about Florida first. The schedule is tough, but the Gators should contend for a playoff spot if DJ Lagway and the defense pick up where they left off last season.
Yeah.
And that's a big if, but yeah, if Florida plays kind of football they were playing at the tail end when they beat top 10 teams like LSU and Ole Miss, then yeah, they'll be pretty good this year.
Yep.
That's a big if.
So Miami is
in between 4 and 15.
12.
They have Miami actually in the top 10 at number 10.
Okay.
Which, it's about where they were last year, isn't it? Maybe a little bit higher. About the Canes, they're right with transfer quarterback Carson Beck on the mend from elbow surgery. The focus on spring practice for Mario Cristobal's team is on defense. How will new coordinator Corey Heatherman mesh with the personnel to help deliver improvement in 25? Miami had a disappointing season. They had, national title hopes, playoff hopes, and couldn't even make that 12-team playoff.
Nope.
All right, that just leaves us with Florida State, and that's kind of what the point of this was.
Yeah.
Where are you? I tend to think that they will be closer to the 12-0 than they are the 2-10. I tend to think that they're at least not sweating down the stretch being a bowl-eligible team. I trust Mike Norvell after a cycle of miss will have a cycle of hit, and considering the conference they're in, they'll at least play 500 football. I could be wrong. Where do you think FSU is going to stand out of the 136? Last year they probably would have been about, 110 or 120.
When the season ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the season began, they wouldn't have been.
For sure.
I think they're more middle. I think it's a battle for a bowl spot. I don't know what now again, I don't know their portal guys. I know they got a good receiver from USC, but I know they got Castellanos, and I know that's their big addition. I think they're more of a 6-6 type team, which would put them, I don't know, where's that, like 70?
This is the company they keep. Tulane 2 spots in front of them, Pitt right in front of them, then FSU, Michigan State 1 spot behind, and Rutgers 2 spots behind them. That is 46th.
Yeah, that's a 7-6.
46th. See, right about them. Athlon writes, the Seminoles bottomed out last year with a 2-10 record, a revamped coaching staff, including Auburn and UCF head coach Gus Malzahn working as offensive coordinator, and a hefty haul of transfers should give Coach Mike Norvell a chance for a quick turnaround in 25.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll give you this, too. It's easy to look back on that FSU schedule and remember the Notre Dame blowout, remember them not being competitive. But their schedule at 2-10 also had a lot of the SMU game where they threw up all over themselves in the second half.
Yeah.
They had a lot of games they were close.
Yeah.
They had games, especially early, they could have, should have won. It starts with the opener against Georgia Tech, which, against all statistical evidence, they somehow blew it. All right, we'll continue in the 9 o'clock hour. It's a GFL Friday, live, round 2. Here at the Players, tracking some of the biggest and best names in golf, like J.J. Spahn, who leads through 4 holes of his second round at 8 under par.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and AC, and Kuhn Flowers. It's 60 degrees at 9 o'clock. We're in for a beautiful day at TPC Sawgrass as round 2 of the Players Championship began today. Just teeing off at 9:19 on number 1 is K.H. Lee, Carson Young, and Patrick Fishburne, and Matt Kuchar, Adam Hadwin, and Jonathan Vegas on the back 9. So far at the top of the leaderboard is J.J. Spahn, who is 8 under through 4. He's followed by a 4-way tie at second between Min Woo Lee at 6 under through 4, Rory McIlroy at 6 under through 2, Camilo Vijaygas at 6 under through 2, and Lucas Glover, who tees off in the afternoon wave and is 6 under through round 1. The PGA announced tickets for Saturday are sold out on primary channels. A very limited number remain for Sunday, available at theplayers.com/tickets. Parking is also sold out for Friday and Saturday, with a small number remaining for Sunday. I'm Tori Edwards with your Players Championship update. This update's brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter, Plumbing, Septic, and AC, and Kuhn Flowers.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Hey, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk about Beaches Dermatology. Nobody better. Go by every day coming out here right off Solano Road. Love those guys. Love Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. The staff over there is terrific, second to none. I always say, like, if you have an appointment at 10:30 you go in, you get taken care of, you get out, friendly, smile, helpful. In fact, voted one of the best places to work year in and year out by the Jacksonville Business Journal. It's a great place. And look, you're going to be out here this weekend today. Man, put on the sunscreen. Put on a long sleeve dry fit. Put on a hat. Protect that skin from the sun. If something does pop up, you know what you got to do? You got to go online at beachesdermatology.com and make an appointment at the location best to serve you. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010xl.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Miller Lite, and bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Denny Thompson here. You've got to check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Hey, Jacksonville. You know what you get when you play a country song backwards. You get your wife back, your truck back, your dog, your SUV, and your job back. Well, at Garber Auto Mall, you don't have to play the country song backwards. We understand that bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. With 8 all-American brands, Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com.
My name is Joanne. I'm 75 years old, and I have lost 35 pounds on Awaken 180 weight loss. I was pre-diabetic. I was ready to go on cholesterol medication. My blood pressure was up even on medication. Now I have no need for cholesterol medication. My blood sugar is fine, and I actually am cutting down on my blood pressure medicine. I have knee replacements and hip replacements, and I had difficulty walking, and now I can walk without any problem. I feel lighter. I feel more energetic. It is a lifestyle that will help you to lose weight without medication.
Thanks, Joanne. Matt Hayes here. Stories like Joanne's are the reason I continue to share the Awaken 180 message. The results speak for themselves, and I'm confident you'll have the same success if you let them show you how. Do what Joanne did, what I did, and what over 24,000 others have done, and choose the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, it's Adam from Counting Crows, and we were going to hire a typical loud radio guy to tell you about the summer's Complete Suites tour, but I wanted to just invite you myself.
Guess I should.
Old songs, new songs. We'll be joined by our friends, the Gaslight Anthem. It's a summer butter miracle. Come and hang with us. Okay, your turn now.
Saturday, July 19th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at theamp.com.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better. Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res, man. Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings, priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res, man. Don't believe me? Check out 8,000 plus customer reviews online. You'll see what they're all about. This month, get one room, Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $53 a month. Take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Air ducts are important. Don't forget about them. They're like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air quality suffers. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727, or go online. Easy to do, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Just tell them Hicken sent you. 1010 special, 1010 XL special, whatever you want. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yacht rocking our way back in here on a Friday morning. It's Friday at TPC. This is very yacht rock. Very much yacht rock, right?
Is this yacht rock?
Again, you're missing your call. Yacht rock was invented by the good Lord himself for Dan Hicken as a special little
I need
piece
the good Lord to tell me that.
I'm not claiming to be the Lord, but I have told you 3 weeks in a row on Yacht Rock Friday that this is what Yacht Rock is and what it's all about. You claim to have never heard of it, which I found to be strange.
Never heard of it.
How can
Jack,
a guy
you ever heard of
be?
Yacht Rock?
How can you be the one that's
Yacht
active
rock?
on social media and not be aware of the more social trends? I don't understand. Anyway, the only reason I know is it's gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day.
Royce,
I think he lied.
About what?
E to the T?
I think he lied to us.
About?
A couple things.
Okay.
I asked him the over-under on transfusions.
Lovely day. Lovely
He said 14.
I thought about that too.
14?
Yeah, I thought
think
about
it's
that
higher,
too.
much higher.
It is. It's probably
The whole week?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
It's probably more like 24-ish.
Are you counting a counting a double as two?
Well, they don't pour out the doubles out there, but my homies be bringing me doubles.
They bring you the doubles.
They bring me the doubles. They bring two of them. Like
I don't know how. What do you mean? You can't get a double? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
go, they don't pour doubles?
No, they won't pour doubles.
Damn, that's too much sugar, man. Too much other stuff you got to get. You got to get straight to the hard
And
stuff.
I also think you said you've been getting here at 11:30. I think
I'm just going to do a little ultra. That's what I'm going to
when
do.
we say have a great week, everybody,
He's out the door.
You're out the door.
Yeah. But that would
wish it
get
was
you
like-
here at 11:30, though.
Right, exactly.
Well, that's true. Yesterday,
'Cause of the traffic.
Yesterday and today will be a little bit more challenging. That's fair.
Well,
that's fair. Other than that, you're an honest Abe.
I bet. I was in the chalet with our superstar wide receiver yesterday.
I know. What time's he coming on the show? I asked you.
Yeah, we still working on that.
BTJ was here yesterday.
Yeah, I saw. In fact, there was some sound put into the system. I don't even know what we're calling him. Is he just John? I mean, can we have him? We're a radio. We're built on creativity. Perhaps we should not have allowed him to have any part in choosing his nickname.
He really
What
should.
are we calling this kid?
Johnny Ballcap.
Johnny Ball. He hates it, so that's even better. So Johnny Ballcap was out here yesterday, and he interviewed Brian Thomas at whatever little thing he was doing.
All right.
So he had a couple of comments. You got one in there?
Let me see here. I'm trying to
Yeah,
pull
see what
something.
you got there from Brian Thomas Jr. It was like the only.
You were hanging out with him.
Also known as the only good player on the Jags. So the only good player on the Jags was out here yesterday, and we talked to him. It's fantastic. She has great things to
Let me tell you what he said.
On
I'm
or
tired of
about.
being the only good player on
You
the
know,
Jags.
I've been here for a year. I've turned I'm the only good player.
I've
So
determined that I need to be paid more money.
There's a lot of turnover here in the NFL. I'm hoping we have a lot this year because
None of them are any good.
The season finished, I was the only one any good.
That's catching balls from Mac Jones, for goodness sake.
I don't know what else you guys need me to do. If you get 5 or 6 more of me, we'll be all right.
Just need to go draft me.
Actually, it's not in the system. Well, that's a daggum shame. With Johnny Ballcap, you're going to go, you're going to do a great job, you're going to get the sound, and you're going to send it as an audio file to someone's email. That is not going to get it done.
It just didn't get it done.
I got it right here on my phone. I'm not going to play it through my microphone like 1979 radio. Next to your mic, they'll be able to hear it.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm super stoked for the basketball this weekend as well. I mean, it's been the beginning of the week was hustling and bustling with free agent news.
Yeah.
And now we get to the back half of the week, and the players gets down to crunch time and these college basketball tournaments. I mean, I enjoy them just to enjoy them.
Yeah.
It's not a year. So many years, Hick. Right now, if you're a Gator basketball fan, you're grinding over, well, if they just get one win, I think they'll get in as a 10 or a 7 or whatever it is. So it's a complete different, kind of mindset as you watch Florida play in the SEC tournament tonight. And it's one that you go get 2 wins, and you'll probably wrap up the 1 seed.
You think 2 wins?
Well, because you're going to play Alabama. I mean, I think it's a fair question if Alabama beats Florida.
Do they get a 1 seed?
I don't know. I mean, these are fair questions. If Tennessee goes to the final and Florida doesn't, or Alabama goes to the final and Florida doesn't, the 3 resumes are incredibly similar. Florida has less quad 1 wins than those teams do. I mean, obviously we like what we see out of Florida. I understand Florida went 3-1 in Bama, Auburn, and Tennessee games.
Yes.
But they would be, now it would be 3-2 if you lost to Bama in that game.
Yeah.
Now, if they beat Bama, here's an interesting scenario. At what point does Auburn, just because they got those 16 quad 1s they're in, doesn't matter what? I mean, at some point, if the other teams in like if Florida and Tennessee play for the title, like loser doesn't get a 1, but Auburn's are automatically through?
Seems like Auburn's in.
Yeah. Is that right? I mean, if Auburn loses in their first game, they'll end up with the same record as Tennessee and Florida. Florida will have a better record than Auburn will.
Huh.
Now, they're both 27-4, right? Or is Auburn 28-4?
Auburn just played everybody in December.
They did. And I'm not. It's just.
But Florida beat Auburn at Auburn.
Convincingly.
And only has 4 losses. It's not like.
I'm pretty sure that Auburn may be 20. Well, Auburn's lost 3 times. Us, Florida, or us, Duke, and
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
So they're probably 28-3.
Yeah.
And Florida's 27-4. So No, they're 27-4. Who's their other loss? Oh, they lost twice, right? Somebody got them. Yeah, Texas A&M got them.
They sure did.
So here's Auburn's 27-4, 15-3 in the SEC. Florida is 27-4, 14-4 in the SEC. Yeah, by all accounts, Auburn is already locked into the number 1, and Florida's fighting to be the 4th number 1 seed.
Well, I'll say this about Florida.
It's weird.
While they've sort of been kind of under the radar in terms of being the trendy number 1 pick, if they win the SEC, a lot of the experts are going to jump on Florida to win the whole thing.
Well, I already see a lot of the experts picking them, and Joe Lunardi has them in the final against Duke. They're a Final Four. The ones that have been out doing play-by-play and they catch a Florida game here or there, working for the networks and covering on the national, for the national writers online or otherwise. They're on to Florida now. Yeah, they're not.
They have great veteran guard play, which is so paramount in the tournament. I don't know what they have in terms of. I'm curious what this group ends up with in terms of the NBA, because another piece of the puzzle of winning it all, trying to forecast who's going to win it all, NBA talent. You got a team that has a lot of veteran future NBA talent. That's a good team to pick, good team to ride. And sometimes it's a different kind of team. I don't know. Condon obviously has talked about. Clayton will get. They got like a 2nd-round grade on him, right?
Yeah, right now Condon and Clayton are similarly. Really, Condon's showing up between a couple places he's higher, but really between 30 and 40, and Clayton more down between 50 and 65.
Yeah. So,
but I see guys from the SEC that they have ranked higher than Clayton, and I don't know why.
But here's Rutgers. With the second
I was
third
going to say,
pick in the mock
drafts. Yeah. Here's note to the drafters.
Yeah.
They're not the second and third pick. Y'all are making a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Because if they're the second and third
They'd
best
be
players in
awesome.
college basketball, they would at least be a tournament team.
Now, they both are freshmen, right?
I don't care. If they're the second and third best players in college basketball in the draft, they would be in the tournament.
Yeah.
They right?
Yeah. You would think.
So I'm not buying that. I don't. And Rutgers, in other news, must have the worst college basketball coach in history.
Yeah.
You have the second and third pick in the draft. You can't. I mean, they're not even 500, Dan. They didn't even they weren't even bubble hunting. They were like sub 500 team.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it's funny you said that. I was just about to say let's take that same kind of storyline. Let's reverse engineer it, where it makes no sense that Rutgers, they say, with Harper and Bailey, have the second and third players in the mock drafts.
Did the dude from Kentucky get hurt again last night, Lamont Butler?
I didn't see him. Duke
Kentucky
is the one that had the injury issues.
Kentucky Jeff told me that if they don't have him, they have no chance of doing much at all.
Kentucky seems to have a short run, don't they? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot. I mean, the Sweet 16, I think, is about the most you can expect out of them, and they also seem to be one of those teams that could lose before them.
There was a good read this week in the on ESPN about how the SEC has become had the success that they've had in basketball this year. And when Sankey took over, I think they would sweat out Selection Sunday and get like 2 teams or 3 teams in, and it was embarrassing. And now they're sitting there with one of the.
Well, Artie's got them with 13 of the 16.
Which would be a record, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get Charlton K. Gainey in here real quick before we go to break. Good morning, Charlton.
Good morning, gentlemen.
We got a big weekend this week. Big weekend this week.
It is a big weekend.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, we were talking about the college basketball part. I would love to see Tennessee, Florida for the championship of the SEC.
Yeah.
But if you win that game, then I'm afraid if I have to face Florida again in the NCAA tournament, which I'm thinking that might be a Final Four matchup before it's over with, hoping that's the case, then if you lose that game and you face them, then I got a better chance of winning.
Let me ask you a question, Charlton. Why would you think that would be a Final Four matchup? I don't believe you've ever been to a Final Four.
Oh, it's kind of a shot.
Well,
the beers are here.
Beers
we
in the
haven't,
house.
but we're due for it. And
due for it?
Yeah, we're due for it, and I think we're due for a sweep this weekend in baseball.
Oh, look at you.
Get the brooms out. You're coming
All right.
to Lindsey Nelson.
Yeah,
and,
I love Lindsey.
Lindsey Nelson, pride of Columbia, Tennessee.
One of
Lindsey
my
Nelson.
heroes, Lindsey Nelson.
Columbia, Tennessee. Him, Dan Ugla, all the stars.
Yeah.
Cuckoo Marlin.
Cuckoo Marlin and Sterling Marlin.
Dale. Yeah,
for sure. Anyway, go Vols!
There he goes.
Let's take a break and make the turn
Always
for
with a
home.
ball call.
Want to?
We should have done. If it weren't TPC week, it would have been a good week for ball calls.
Yeah.
For turning it to baseball. Turning the attention to baseball. What are we doing when we come back? Did you say?
We're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, that's exciting.
Make the turn for home.
All right, it's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Molly McDonald with your Players Championship update brought to you by Universal Roofing Contracting and TopDressing.com. Day 2 of the 51st Players Championship is officially underway with round 2 down in Ponte Vedra. Taking a look at the top of the leaderboard, JJ Spawn leads the way sitting at 8 under with 1 under through 6 this morning. Unfortunately hitting a bogey on 5, but recovered quickly, getting a birdie on 6. Rory McIlroy, your 2019 Players Champion, is currently second, sitting at 7 under and 2 under through 4 for the morning after starting on the back 9, hitting birdies on 10 and 12. Some big names trailing closely behind them include Minwoo Lee, Camilo Villegas, and Lucas Glover, all at 6 under. Stay tuned in to 1010XL 92.5 FM for all your Players Championship leaderboard updates. Your next update from the Players in about 20 minutes.
Struggling with ED? Now Riddle Wellness has a solution that works. You've heard of PRP treatments for joint pain relief. That same technology is now available with the P-Shot, a non-surgical treatment for ED. Using your body's natural power, the P-Shot helps restore function naturally. No pills, no downtime, just results. Schedule a free consultation at elevatejacksonville.com and learn what the P-Shot can do for you. Riddle Wellness, your health, your confidence totally restored. Visit elevatejacksonville.com.
Hey, Hicken here from Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion, currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today. You'll experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyrics.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
DUI, BUI, don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 2854-LAW. That's 2854-LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Florida Home AC wants to make sure you're super cool when things heat up and toasty warm when the temps drop. Indoor comfort for you all year long is what they're going for. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com to score great deals on an AC tune-up and keep the temperature perfect.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 14, 1954, Milwaukee Braves future home run king Hank Aaron homers in his debut exhibition game against the Boston Red Sox.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but they outnumber me, man.
Oh, that's a lot of glitter paint. Let's trade
lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone, any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers, savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com for details. AT&T, connecting changes everything.
Got a cracked windshield? Not only is it dangerous, but did you know it's also illegal? Call Baker Glass. Mack and his crew use the best auto glass in the market, and they accept most insurance. Plus, all new windshields come with a full warranty. From cars to trucks to RVs, you can count on Baker Glass to be fast and friendly. Just check out their Google reviews. Come see us at the shop on Casta Avenue, or we can come to you at your home or business.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all kind of think the same way, right? We pay a lot of money monthly. Those premiums start to add up. So if something happens and we need you to be there. That's Craig and Chris Kaprosky from Goosehead Insurance, man. And when I say take care of, I mean if something happens, they get you all the answers that you need. If they don't answer, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Sometimes that gets lost in this day and age, but not with the Kaprosky. So it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business. Kaproskis are always there to help. Get an insurance checkup today. They're easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky@goosehead.com or call them 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at stanleypoolsfl.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Baby, I'm here. Cooling down at the players. A lot of people coming up. We're gripping and grinning. You understand that. You know how it goes.
Know how it goes.
Visiting, saying hello, things like that. Mr. and Mrs. Pierre are here. Some of the others. Who can you count on's back? Your boy. You want to know where he's going to be?
Oh,
later?
I know where you're going to be.
You know where?
The clubhouse.
Yeah. No, it's fun. It's a great Friday is an unbelievable day at the Players. If you can make it out here, like I've always told you guys, this is a great event. If you've never been here, you need to come out here one time and check it out. And the golf is fun, but the rest of it's fun as well. So everything, I guess, surrounding the golf. Is that how you would say it, E?
That's it.
Oh, JJ Spawn, 8 under. Minwoo Lee, 7 under. Rory, 7 under as well. So those are your 3 up and about. I think I got Rory in brunch with the tour. Is that correct, E?
I believe so.
Yeah, I got Rory and Morikawa. Oh, Scheffler's 5 under, though. Oh, Scheffler.
Come on, Scottie.
Oh, Morikawa, 4 under. Oh, I'm going to make some money this weekend, baby. I'm going to make some money this weekend now.
It's only Friday.
Huh?
Only
Friday. The cream rises to the top, my brother.
You're right.
The cream rises to the top. What if I go 1-2 this weekend? I'll pretty much clinch it, won't I?
I mean, you're pretty safe right now. You're at 10 million, yeah.
Yeah. You'll be spinning the wheel, wearing that diaper.
Relax.
Yeah. Walking through the snake pit. That's what we got planned for you.
Relax,
That's what we got planned for you. It's going to be a big weekend, man. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun out here. Lots of coverage all weekend long. Jacko's here for player updates as well. All the shows are out here today, and it'll be a great time. So play us out of here, man.
The 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
How was your interview with Hal Sutton yesterday, Tony?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun seeing Hal.
Yeah.
Prowling around the grounds here.
I enjoyed
Kissing babies, shaking hands.
It was fun. Like walking in this morning, there were a couple guys that were walking in to the tournament, and they were discussing, because you have the audio playing while you're walking in, and they had the soundbite of Hal. You know, be the right club today. They were playing that while we were walking in, and they were like, "Oh, I love that. Who is that?" And they had like they said 3 names, and I'm just walking behind them. It's like, it's Hal Sutton. They were like, "Oh yeah, Hal Sutton." just one of those moments.
We had a great bit one time where we just went through, right after he had made that, we just, what must be like just living with Hal Sutton? Gonna go get the newspaper, baby. It's time for eggs and bacon, baby.
Yeah. That goes into your mind when you hit a shot like that.
Yeah.
How it was a no-nonsense,
Yeah.
That was on a Monday,
pack
right?
a day. I mean, that gravelly voice. Texas, right? Obviously, yeah. University of Texas.
Yeah. What do you guys got cooking today?
We'll have Tom McManus will join us on the phone. He's not coming out.
Oh, Tommy.
That's his loss, but we'll get him on the phone in the 10 o'clock hour for a segment. Our question of the day today asking, which of these best describes how you feel about the collective roster decisions the Jags have made in the past week plus?
Okay.
Trades, releases, signings, everything that's gone on. Your options in the poll. I'm a true believer. The floor is raised. Still too many holes or lost more than we gained?
All right, here was my question, my Dream Finders Homes poll question. I'll need your answer. And I'll ask Mike, too. What is your favorite James Gladstone term? Intangibly rich, ecosystem, raise the floor, or guys are built right?
I can tell you, as much as I believe in the idea, intangibly rich is going to be something I get tired of hearing at some point.
Okay.
Like, I think that's the one that'll wear me out.
Okay.
The quickest, but I also think it's the...
It's the one that registers. It's on the T-shirt.
Like, it's the core of what
it's
they
on
wanna
the T-shirt.
be. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Mike, intangibly rich, ecosystem, raise the floor, or guys are built right? Favorite term? Pass. Nope, can't pass. Raise the floor, baby.
I like to raise the roof. That's what I'm going to do when we get off the air here in about 18 seconds. Yeah,
Lordy,
my boys
have
have come. They've stopped. I got the ET treatment. If you see ET today, he'll have about 6 of these. He'll be walking around like this in his
sir.
handstand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, E right here. That look familiar, E?
I like the way
you
that
see
look.
that? You see that? Yeah, it don't have much red in it, does it, E? You like that?
Look.
Yeah,
I
keep
don't know
that.
what else he's going to be doing out at the tournament today, but the highlight for me is going to be him trying to get one of y'all to hear that you were coming back into this segment. And all you hear is on the microphone, yo!
Well, that's over for this year, E. Well, I think...
Yeah.
Was this first week with us with TPC a couple years ago? Or no?
No.
Well, I can't recall.
No one knows.
No one knows. He's been with us for 12 years now.
My first year doing TP, I was with Jaguars today still.
You were still?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well.
Have a great show, Tony. Mike and Tony Jaguars today coming up.
Yeah, and it's been a GFL Friday. Enjoy the golf this weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. So long.
The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
I'm Molly McDonald with your Players Championship update, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson and San Jose Collision. A beautiful 64 degrees down in Ponte Vedra at day 2 of the 2025 Players Championship. Looking at who's leading the way, coming in first, JJ Spawn leads the way at 9 under and 3 under through 7 this morning. We have Rory McIlroy in second, sitting at 8 under and 3, recently hitting a birdie on 14. In third, we have Minwoo Lee, who started on the back 9, sitting at 7 under and 2 under through 6 this morning.